20 seconds is enough time for them to end it quick. And they did manage to do it against two opponents who they just third party. To include that Oscar as well as Cassie from Saifa and Nameless, that would even be more deadlier.
Yeah.
They can go for a rush. They are a little bit bumped up, but if in case they falter, there is a Tiva on the side of Nameless. So they just know the specific role, what they have to do to back up their frontliners, and that's the result. They get that booyah.
Everybody contributing, either through eliminations or through those assists. This is a teamwork. This was AG Global working together as a well-oiled machine. This is, I tell you, because of just hard work, sweat, and a lot of pain, and of course a lot of complaint from their fans like, can you just get some better team members? And everybody was like, wait, don't fire us, we will step it up. And man, oh man, they have stepped it up. 28 points, which means All Gamers Global should have 38 points right now, all thanks to the fact they dominated yesterday.
So if my statement was right earlier, if it's only 80 points, they're almost halfway through. Now they're still almost halfway through, but a little bit more is needed.
Oh, yeah.
If they can do it 3 times, I think they will be able to do it, somewhat close to do it. But I don't think anyone else, especially for those who fell for the trap of AG Global, they would be hunting this team.
Yeah,
they don't want to be a surprise towards the end. And I'm talking about Buram United, who was aiming to get that booyah earlier on.
Absolutely. And of course, 90 points will activate the champion rush condition. And AG Global looks like they are speeding, sprinting towards it. Bigatron by Vitality, who did manage to pick up decent points yesterday as well off of Point Rush, have now made it to that second spot. You gotta love this. You gotta appreciate what they have been able to do and show us so far. But Buriram United Esports showing us their grit, showing us that they can get massive elimination points, but they just did not make that right decision within the final circle. And that's actually a very rare thing to see out of the champion version of Buriram.
I do agree. I mean, most of the time they're the ones who are cool, calm, collected. They know exactly what to do. And it's because of the elevation of that refinery. But talking about massive elimination, look at Secret WAG, 12 elimination, outlier as you mentioned, in the middle of the pack. If they survive a little longer or revive most of their teammates towards that tail end of that game, they might have grabbed even more seconding or third or making a third onto this list. But again, it's still early. It's still early to say. We're just on the first game, and you know how it is. We have unlimited rounds in this Champion Rush format.
Unlimited rounds, but if the lobbies are that crazy, I don't think we are going to need very many rounds. Crazy from a perspective of the teams that got crushed, they got annihilated, right? If that continues for 2 or 3 more games, I think it'll crush their spirits, making a comeback. Grand finals, we've seen that story before. Very difficult. Is it impossible? No. Is it going to be a monumental task? Absolutely yes. Consistency has always been key. Teams who are on fire to activate that champion rush condition usually are fairly consistent. Getting the booyah after has been the problem, but let's see if or not anybody breaks that curse. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, survivors, we are getting ready for game number 2. Now, we promised you that teams will go out there and try to dominate. Do they slip or do they slide? It's time for Solara. Let's head on out there and see who's got some hot drops for us.
Oh, yes, indeed. The glue walls will rise. Grenades will fly. Somewhere in the madness, one squad will find their moment. Will this be it? The other teams is trying to catch up. The other team that has been brought down early will be able to rise. We'll have to see, though, as the flight pass is cutting through the map right now from Riders Club, getting down to Eco Drain. Everyone has a clear path of those drops, but as you asked for, will there be any hot drop? Will there be any early engagement in this battle? I do hope so.
Historically, Buriram, Flash, and WAG love this map. They dominate this map. Buriram has got 4 booyahs on this map. They didn't get a booyah yesterday. So I wonder if today is going to be the day when they get that booyah. Let's see exactly what happens as AG Global drops a little bit uncomfortably close. Ooh, another squad here. WAG up against EVOS as well. Multiple hot drops. I think we're going to have some fun then.
Oh yeah, indeed. Aim God right now on battle against Wang M. Oh, Cryo Mine didn't even face Wang M. But there goes a shot from Aim God and the vehicle That didn't do any damage, but that provided a good distraction against Evo Divine.
Man, I don't know who gave him his license, but it's a great distraction for sure. Arm is quickly recovering. WAG3 eliminations up already. Evo's Divine forced on a hard reset early on. Aurora, on the other hand, is chilling around on the slide rails. Gao, that's going to get caught out here. And no, Zuez? Nah, Zuez is just taking a fun ride.
Yeah, just strolling through. And let's see you though. I mean, that is a tough. I don't think this will be a fun run, especially if you're ending up in front of AG Global. But AG Global would be seeing some of the players of Gao Esports. And Joe managed to take down one. Demon though managed to take down two. It's Gao who's winning this fight, but Nameless is back in play. And this is what I'm talking about, the Tifa revival. Plus that basic Terrafeed connection. There's no way that they can go down that easily. And Demon caught off guard, but it's a good thing that there's backup on the other side. Unfortunately, Nameless is also waiting and managed to take them down.
Yeah, Nameless needs to support Dune. This sniper stabbed in the back. He did manage to knock Dune down just a moment ago, and Asriel reaches there with the Bison. AG Global did not see that one coming, and Aurora still looking hot. The Malaysians have definitely not given up hope just yet. The recovery is going to be a little tough though. They do get teased here. Aurora backing away. Axel, double shot! The third one finds it. Cypher just staying behind to torture Aurora.
Yeah, I mean, Ideation is good for the Axel. What he's planning is to push him out, or Cypher out in the open, to leave the rest of the squad to go in for the shot. The Axel unfortunately couldn't be picked up, even with the heal UAV, but as quickly as that gets V5. Now, this is payback for Aurora Gaming. I think what they're thinking right now is they didn't get that much points from the earlier games, and now they want to be a little bit more active or proactive in these matches, and they're starting it off hot. Even in the split, they're still on the roll. Just make sure that they are isolating their opponents.
Cypher, well, he was the big distraction for AG Global to escape, and I'm really liking this, right? We're starting to see a trend here from these squads who are usually leaving behind a very capable CQC specialist to buy a lot of time as they exit a compound, instead of just everybody trying to run away and then losing their time, getting hunted down and potentially getting kicked out of the lobby as well. So brilliant strategy, executed really well by AG Global.
Well, let's see if the execution would be well as well from Secret WAG. I think they've spotted Falcons. They didn't see Cam XPE earlier, but let's see if they'll be able to head into the other side of Archway to spot them. Cypher though spotted as he drops by. And Gao, Demon going for the rush. This might be confirmed elimination because of the number of Gao players in here. But Cypher still managed to go in for a takedown. Now Riptide win him, and unfortunately, it's just Gao who has more numbers and more coordination that fight.
Yeah, Nameless. I mean, before you could even end the sentence, Nameless already revived the guy, so yeah. So Gao, they'll have to do that all over again, but they're not going to worry too much about it at all. But EVOS Divine on the way in is going to be a little bit of problem here for Gao. AG Global might be able to escape with this distraction. Hans shuts down Dew, but Coach Shield finds him, puts him on the ground. Dian taken out. And Gao now is going to scramble as EVOS look to take over this situation. AG Global heading to the vending machine. AimGod finds Hans. Demon shut down. Gao could not exit quick enough. Death just beside the vending machine. Can he get that 1,400 coins in his pocket? No glue wall. Still makes it full squad revival without glue walls. Gao escaping.
I was surprised that AG didn't take advantage of that shot. I mean, he could have been taken down already. Even before Evo Divine managed to spot him, Coach Shield goes in for a shot with SKS. Now, it's more of how they can get back later on. Twisted Mind, the team who didn't get any point earlier, is now going against RRQ. Now, if RRQ will be caught off guard in here in low ground, this is their disadvantage. They don't have that elevation for Maal. They don't have that elevation for Toots to rock those grenades and shots, as well as ice grenade being done by Twisted Mind to pull everyone in onto a bay. I don't think they will be going for the finisher. They want to spot out the opponent, but a great pickup has been done in there by the team boosters. And I think that was quite a surprise that is being done. I think that the heal pistol, rather, that is being done by ATG.
Now his Another fight for SB Esports. Lightning Zone called upon by the Vietnamese squad as they take the battle up against Aurora. 2 players down already. Final survivor LBT looking to take the big fight. That's a big bad idea. LBT now going to be overwhelmed. 3 players. Azrael with the shot from the back. But LBT 1v1, no problem. Caught out by Axel. And Azrael on those M590s as he tries to hop away. Aurora 9 eliminations still during fight. Twisted Minds finally activating the thrill of battle and taking the fight to RRQ. But it looks like RRQ has managed to put a little bit of a distance between themselves and Twisted Minds. But from the back, Bigatron by Vitality, spotting this chaos and approaching menacingly. I think Twisted Minds are about to get caught out in a very bad spot here.
Oh, good thing that they have the Boltmaker. Twisted Mind did manage to give a little bit of damage against Bigatron by Vitality. But it's a trio against a duo. But Jump, they'll manage to go in for a hit. Even next man was taken down. Now Bank would be the final hope of this squad. A 1v2 situation. Ice grenade for them, but the Bass is not yet out. And they will be able to go in for the chase. The moment that the Bass will be top up, this might be it for Bigatron by Vitality. But they are stepping outside of that Boltmaker, of that Lightning Zone, and the Jump is making sure that they can close the distance.
Yeah, absolutely. The Boltmaker still tickling them for sure. Bank, this will be the final run for survival. He needs to hit the VSK shot here. Jump is there. One more for Bank. Just not enough. The Bass follows up with the Car 98. Showing up just in time. The rest of the Twisted Minds players, like a action movie with flying vehicles and stuff.
But yeah, I was about to comment about that. What's up with this team with like flying cars? We've seen that earlier from Evo's Divine. Now we're seeing it from Twisted Mind.
Yeah.
They're just like literally racing to that 90 points. Like literally, they want to catch up and make sure that no one gets any of those points away from them, even if they don't have any contention in this fight.
Yeah, man. This is the grand finals. This is cinema. This is definitely world-class entertainment right here. The teams are putting on a show. 10 squads still left after all that chaos. That shows the resilience of Southeast Asia. These boys know how to exit a battle when it does not favor them at all. And so far, the exit strategy has played very well into the hands of many squads. Of course, we still need to get rid of teams in the lobby. So 2 teams have made the exit already. But the action has slowed down, Neptune. Teams just need to focus on re-looting before the next phase of the circle.
Yeah, I mean, one often reason why action is slowing down is because they're waiting for next phase of the circle. As you can see, the zone is closing in already into TV Tower, Archway, and Funfair. That's covering most of the area that the next phase would be. But looking at some of the teams who's far away, I guess this might have been the plan of AG Global earlier on, staying outside circle, and we do have the team booster that could help them speed up their movement in running towards that next phase. But it might be troublesome later on, especially if everyone would be gunning out on that edges of the circle, similar to what we've seen so many times in other seasons.
Baros, AG Global teasing RRQ. Off screen, of course. Buriram, Evos, Secret WAG, Aurora. Everybody lining up. Is there some free food in front there or something? I don't know. I want some. But I don't think they're serving food, bro.
You know what's free that is available for 3 teams?
Tell me.
FreeFire.
Don't change, Neptune. Don't change. Buriram outside the next zone. Oh, Riptide. Who's Riptide rhythming them? Is that you, Moshi? Moshi's like, it's been a while, guys. I just need to tease someone. Took a shot at them.
It might be rusty later on when they get to the final circle. You want to make sure that it's working fine.
Yeah. Got to test the buttons, you know. Before you go downhill, some countries, they tell you to test your brakes. Moshi's like, I'm going to test my HUD. Riptide rhythm. Okay, all right, it's working. Let's make a long rotation now, boys. My Riptide rhythm is working.
Oh, yeah. Well, speaking of long rotation, they go for the launch pad right now to beat anyone who might be crossing their path. And just below Secret WAG. Now, this might be troublesome for Grim United. They have they have a lot of cover against Secret WAG, but they have one side open for Aurora Gaming from what we're seeing in this minimap. So they might be in trouble right now, and as you can see, a little bit of damage being received. They're also fortifying their armor, and I'm pretty sure Tikoi is hearing those blue walls being put up. So there is no surprise already for BRU right now that they can pull off against Secret WAG.
Yeah, we've seen this circle before, and we've seen Buriram take that exact spot as they annihilated either Aurora or Gao. One of the two Hans did stand a chance the best. The M590, but Demon Valiant dash perfectly into Exposi, makes the 180, and the Demon of Death could not take down Jump with the Thompson, shuts him down, and the Bass with the solid backup, still keeping Twisted Minds in the mix here. Gao's not out just yet though. That hopping away as quickly as possible. But yeah, run boy, run. Vending machine right in front. Death, do you have a glue wall? Yes, he does! Oh! But could not get to the vending machine. And Twisted Minds,
bro,
back with a vengeance.
I mean, that shot that the boss has made is just between two glue walls. I'll make that 3 because it's a stack on the other side. But it's just in between. There was just enough space for him to make that shot on the final moment. That was phenomenal. I was just hoping that we had a POV of that. But let's go over to the POV of Aurora Gaming, who is dominating in this fight right now with Dread Elimination and a full-man squad. Now, they're also in the middle of this pack, and they are trying to take down AG Global Dream Takers from a previous round. But here comes a new challenger. We have players from RQ right here who might disrupt them or maybe just be taken down.
Chrono on standby here. Aurora, they want to call the rush. Oh, Riptide Rhythm forces them back. And the Chrono is forced out of Aurora. They have to now sit down quietly until they get those active skills refreshed. Phenomenal prevention of rotation here of Aurora, either by AG Global or Flash. Regardless, it has managed to stop the Malaysians for the time being. Zuez though taking shots, making sure RRQ from up top do not get a cheeky shot against them. Kochi will finish that off. RRQ injured quite severely before they make it into the next circle.
Let's see though, Aurora Gaming, both of them has AG on their name, but which AG will be winning this fight? Aurora Gaming on high, lightning zone on them. I think it's somewhere from Grim United who has triggered that. Grim United is still hiding out in the shade. They don't want to get any sunlight on them. Nades almost hitting WAG. It's a good thing that Evo Divine did manage to back away. But this is the opportunity that Grim United has been waiting for. An opportunity for a third party if they can move quick.
Yeah, perfect plays coming on through here. And Aurora knows exactly what's going on. They just got to defend this site as much as possible and not give AG Global the advantage positionally. But now with AG rotating first, Aurora can finally pull this move. They need to pop that A124. Here comes Jun. Jun activates the A124. Oh, what a nade! Aurora dismantles AG Global and takes them out in the 9th spot.
Denying AG Global and getting as much points as possible to get closer to 90 points. Now, let's see on the other side. Grim United did manage to get a snipe out of R2 to finish them off, and now they can deal with Evo's Divine. They can deal with Secret WAG. They can deal with Teal Falcons, but the only question though is, will they be able to do it?
Buriram just making sure the area behind them is clear. EWAS though, booking an appointment with Buriram. This fight has to take place. Nobody can run away just yet. Moshi Riptide Rhythm. The whole squad is exposed. Ray has to back away. Tagged up severely. Get high with the Car 98. Looking for the shot. Nothing finding the full collection. And EWAS Divine behind those glue walls still staying alive.
Speaking of staying alive, the team that has the most elimination in this fight didn't stay alive for long. They got taken down by Team Flash, but Team Flash has been eliminated. Jonah right now throwing a flurry of grenade, making sure that no one can revive. Now only Aim God remains, and this still is a full squad for BRU.
Oh, Buriram, Savage, Jonah Savage just tanking the damage from the blue, getting the angle perfected on the grenades, tagging them up. The rest of the work from the amazing team members on the side of Buriram. But now WAG, the danger above them. Twisted Minds can cut off anybody's rotation. Falcons just beside Buriram. This is going to be very difficult and a huge advantage and recovery game for Twisted Minds.
see though. I mean, everyone would be pushed in by the zone. Twisted Mind has a great position to take them down. Glue walls is not enough, especially for Team Falcons from what we've seen on one players. But this will force them to go in for fight against BRU. It's Thailand against Thailand. But who is on the off game right now? Team Falcons couldn't move up because of the glue wall that has been put up in there on the stairs. And they might get lost. Riptide waited, but instantly 3 glue walls has been put up.
And WAGT going with a valiant dash, shutting down Mochi. The sniper all put it up, taken out of the equation already. Captain Jonah needs to get picked up. Only the Russia left in here. WAG dismantles them, and Falcons takes advantage at the very same time. Hopping on into the battle. Kororo, M1014 in hand. Not 7 could not prevent them. Buriram is out in 5th, and the shot from across the battlefield. Twisted Minds cleaning up the battlefield for sure. And now the advantage for the Booyah, for the Thai squad. Twisted Minds. Falcons can't do much. He was final survivor up against a full squad.
From the bottom to the top, Twisted Mind is twisting everyone in this battlefield. The same strategy that we've seen from AG Global. The same mistake that Grim United has done as being third party by a different squad. Every pattern is showing. It seems like it would be spread out across the board of goals getting in the play.
Twisted Minds was literally on the 12th spot before this game started. Twisted Minds had 0 points when this game started. Twisted Minds just collected 20 off of eliminations and a mad booyah here. So that's gonna allow them to jump up into the top 6 guaranteed, not too far away from these rest of the squads as well, right? This is phenomenal. We gotta see what AG Global and EVOS Divine got in the overall grand scheme of things. But EVOS Divine, I'm sure, has done enough to climb the leaderboard a tad bit as well. But I cannot believe what Twisted Minds has done. From nowhere to somewhere really good on the leaderboard.
Yeah, we're going to find out which, somewhere in that leaderboard, the team is going to end up. But that was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Again, the same tactics that has been done by AG Global. Keep themselves distance, not even being face of where the shift of the circle is. They know they have clear view. As long as their sides are covered, they're all good. And it's just a final moment that everyone has been forced from that bleachers to, or from that bridge towards that lower ground. Grim United, Secret WAG, even Team Falcons was forced out in the open to be the target of Twisted Mind.
And now you can say AG Global is halfway to our champion rush condition, because regardless of whatever they got out of that lobby, they were definitely very close to being halfway there already. They just needed a few points. Unfortunate for AG, very early exit this time round. I was not expecting that out of the squad, but you can expect the unexpected here in the Southeast Asian lobby on the grand finals day, where everybody is hungry. These rotations are insane. And everybody's going all out, man. Aurora is still holding on for their dear lives. I need to warn the squad again. They're doing great on the eliminations. The rotations are not looking too strong.
Yeah, survivability. I mean, even off camera, we thought that they have the advantage already. They were at some point the elimination leader, but off camera they were taken down. I think the isolation play against Aurora Gaming is definitely not working for them. It's one by one that they were being taken down, and if I'm not mistaken, it's one of Team Flash who managed to eliminate the final player of AG Global. But going back to Twisted Mind, let's not forget that this is a team that has the highest total in one match out of all the matches that we have in here. So they can easily put themselves up on the board if needed. And I think this is a result of that.
Yeah, I think Twisted Minds just got a bomber of a matchup, right? I mean, 30 plus points for sure. 30 how many? We'll have to wait and see for, because I didn't really get the stat on the final elimination there. But either way, that's a massive, massive climb for Twisted Minds, who looked like they were challenged. Although the rotations were solid on that first game, it was unfortunate, right? Too early of an end. AG Global this time round, like I said, should have done enough to be halfway point, but they gotta manage the consistency a little bit here, Neptune. You walk away from a booyah and then the curse hits you right after.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. I mean, AG Global is one of the teams that hasn't pulled out from the curse just yet. It's just, it's a good thing that they have a good chance of recovery. We've seen that many times. They failed once, and then they can bring themselves back up. Even from, I believe, even in Point Rush, that's the same pattern. They got the first booyah, and then they lost a little bit early, and then they got the booyah once again. But again, it's just how they work it up to get all those points. So hopefully they will be able to do it again and achieve that championship condition to end it in less than 6 games.
Absolutely, man. The thrill of battle has been making these battles a little bit more thrilling, if I could say the least, because the efficacy of that A124 to disable a squad and their active skills for a good amount of time where you can annihilate them the moment you spot them on the battlefield has been a huge game changer. Those Riptide Rhythms are back. There are so many valid active skills that you can use out there right now that bring so much of flavor to the game. You never know what to expect, because in the past, I mean, when we first started these the unique active skill rule, we just kept seeing a very similar pattern repeat across squads. If you're a sniper, this is your build, right? If you're a rusher, this is what you have. But now there are a plethora of active skills out there where you just can't guess what your opponents are going to do, because you've got no idea who they are and what skill's going to come your way, right? And those Riptide Rhythms, again, as well as the A124s, when you're expecting one, you're getting the other. This is really throwing off some of the squads out there, and I love it because the response from the teams playing defense, they'll have to depend on those mechanical skills a little bit more now.
Yeah, well, let's see though. I mean, speaking of mechanical skills, this is a guy who not only can jump but also can shoot. 7 elimination, 2,978 on the damage, a shield gun to boot as the best weapon in this game, and we've seen that so far. Connected with that basic character, Twisted Mind jump, and with Nameless in there in the backup, I think they've done so much, so well in this fight as well. Remember the Bass in there with that snipe in between, and there, that was the moment in between that blue wall on the highlights. But I know what you're saying. Wow, because Aurora Gaming, out of the 12, 13 eliminations that they have, 8 of which managed to be grabbed by June.
That's not bad at all. June with the 8 eliminations. I wonder how many eliminations in total did Aurora get, because they got quite deep down this circle. Just couldn't really sustain their efforts on the battlefield for too long. And with the sheer number of squads that were in there, again, just like what we saw happen to a couple of other squads earlier on, right? Big eliminations, but then early exit from the lobby that must have messed with them a tad bit. Cassie, Oscar, A124, Riptide Rhythm. Dude, these guys have literally everything that we were just talking about. You know, this is the deadly combo. And this is exactly what Twisted Mind says, that A124 can be used defensively or offensively. If you get your active skills locked, you don't know if you're going to get rushed or they're going to run away from you, right? That Riptide Rhythm is usually the sign that you're about to get your butt kicked by Twisted Minds. And these guys whooped everyone into shape in this game.
And if that fail, we still have that Valiant Dash coming from that Oscar that definitely will take them down, knock them back. And that's one reason as well why the Bass managed to put in 4K of a damage in 7 elimination, because he's always in the front line. He timed that Valiant Dash quite phenomenally. And look at the numbers, 23 elimination. Plus that Booyah's 35 points. They're really catching up.
And oh my, Malaysia. Aurora Gaming, 17 eliminations, 4 placement points. Very bad on the placements, but holy lord, what kind of monstrous run is this, Malaysia? 17 is a big number, and I think the Malaysians have definitely awoken. Even EVOS Divine, not too shabby this time around. I think they're quite consistent. Previous game, they walked away with 15 points. This time, they walk away with 15. This is the recovery for Secret WAG on the 13. Down at the bottom, though, Bigatron by Vitality crashing out big time. A great, just like AG on that first match, not so great this time round. And speaking of AG, only 7 points, which gets them up to literally 45, halfway there.
Halfway there. So that's 2 matches already. If they can do it once again, but I'm hoping it's more, because they didn't get that much in this game. They will be able to unlock it in just 4 games. But that's me asking for too much. Because if Twisted Mind can turn things around from the bottom to second, that was just phenomenal. Like, not a lot of teams can do that.
Yep.
But if they can do it just like that, or a lot of teams who's trying to catch up can do it once again, eliminate AG Global in the early parts of that Bermuda map, then this might be dragging along up to 6 games before anyone can achieve the champion rush condition.
Well, if someone can pull what Twisted Minds just pulled, a 35 bomber, then climbing from the dead bottom up to the top 3 is no problems whatsoever, even for PE sports later on, right? But they got to remember, the longer they take to pull a Twisted Minds, the harder and harder it will get, because the distance will get, the margins, everything will get a little bit bigger and bigger as we go. Currently, 3 Vietnamese squads sitting down at the bottom. Flash, Gao, and PE. But Secret WAG is roaring, and they are up top, man. In the top 5 right now. I'm really loving how this is kind of suiting up. Bigatron by Vitality and RRQ, they haven't really found the aggressive side just yet as well.
Yeah.
And as we look at Bermuda, Neptune, we need to focus in on what Flash can do here. Because we saw their run all throughout the competition so far. Within Phase 1 and Phase 2, they walked away with 4 booyahs. I said RRQ. RRQ has 3 booyahs on this map that's coming up called Bermuda. So these 2 teams, we definitely have to keep an eye on them.
Yeah, let's not forget though, Aurora Gaming, despite of only having 1 booyah, they managed to put up a lot of elimination. And this
That's
is
true.
just, I think this is just a warm-up.
That's
The
true.
Solar map is just a warm-up in preparation to Bermuda. If they can rack up all those elimination once again, and just to just move up slowly to achieve that
Yep.
champion rush condition, then that's the only time that they can worry about getting the booyah. But it might be a little bit too late because a lot of teams are already moving that quickly. So Aurora Gaming needs to move even faster.
Falcons and Twisted Minds are quite good at this map as well. This will be a problem for these guys because we just saw the fight out of Falcons and Twisted Minds. Yeah. Twisted Minds looking much, much sharper. 1 game, 35 bomber. They just need to do this yet again. Can they do it again is going to be a big, big question. I mean, to pull it off once on a stage like this is ridiculous. To pull it off twice, maybe back to back, could just be a thing here as Twisted Minds know their way around Bermuda, just like the other squads. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, survivors, we are about to hop on into the next match. This time, Game 3, it is at our good old Bermuda. So if you guys are not ready yet, we suggest you get ready right now. Strap on in. We are about to fly into the map.
And as we prepare to flight back, let's take what is up for the skies right. Well, today's forecast, it shows clear skies above the plane path, but I'm sure heavy pressure is forming across every drop zone in this map. Over familiarity might be a double-edged sword that teams couldn't get away from. As we slice through the map from west to east, we're going to find out which team would be going for the hot rock.
KRRQ splitting up 2 compounds. Abe is going to be far, far away from them at a hangar. Vending machine fairly close to them. So picking up the loot, bringing back buddies. Not going to be an issue for the squad at all. PE Sports, close proximity with their Vietnamese brothers. Factory clock tower is going to be quite busy in a little bit. Moshi, Peak. I don't think that's going to be a thing, is it?
Let's see now. I mean, one thing's for sure, out of WAG's drop, most of the target they have is AG Global. It's a good thing that AG Global managed to pull away from this drop, and it's Cam XPE who's bringing them a little bit of trouble, and LPT couldn't escape in that. Even if he had that plasma gun, he doesn't have the fire rate to put against a mini Uzi and 2 players going against him. So let's see on what they can do right now. But speaking of AG Global, they're dealing with Bigatron by Vitality and VTR. So one losing it, but Sibang just saw June, and the Heist Eliminator from squad has been taken down.
AG punishing Bigatron very early on, and the 2 remaining players will split up. Falcons, on the other hand, up against EVOS. Again, the 2 EWC champions from 2 separate years who battle out there on the field, looking to see who's better. And EVOS proving that they might just be a cut above here. Pina with the reposition punishes the sniper on the side of EVOS. Rasya put down onto the floor. Kochil with the double revival. And now Pina with this flank, looking to say that he wants to fight this back. I don't think that's a great idea.
Well, I think one good idea for the team right now is go for that vending machine. It doesn't have to go far because it's just next onto the door. Pina did manage to go for a revive. on the 2 players for Team Falcon. Clear view on Coach Hill! And AC-80 hit. He doesn't even have to wait. He just saw pixels in there on the opponent. He just shot at them. But here comes Team Flash, who might be able to bring them down.
Yeah, not a good thing here for Team Falcons. Flash on the way in. Limit's going to be pressured. Already less than half HP on him. The God pressuring him from up top. And Falcons punish 2 players in a row. Shut down by Flash. The survivors do have the vending machine advantage. Pina's going to be forced back here. Blue walls pulled up. Ice grenade do not find a full connection, but 2v1. Pina has got nowhere to go, nowhere to run. He will get taken down here. And Mink just jumping on it to make it absolutely impossible. Escape not on the cards, but Flash can still revive their players.
And that was just tough. If Team Flash was just in one specific area, in one specific corner of that wall, and that Valiant Dash is already available before that glue wall went down, then he could have knocked back the 3 players in there, at least take down 2, or can manage a clutch. But that's really tough to say right now. Not everyone can do that, even pros just like this. But Team Flash right now is still a hunt against one of the players of Team Falcons. I think they've spotted them as they went into the drop. And this is one thing why a lot of teams has been occupying the northern part of this area. Again, we have a graveyard, we have shipyard, as well as as another that could have been a yard as well. Close enough, bullseye, close enough, they have a lot of vending machines to choose from. And those big launch pads is also available for them if in case they want to.
Wonderful Valiant Dash by ABCD. Does not find the full connection yet. And ABCD punishes, though, with a little bit of distraction. Assistance from his buddy. Ray getting into position now. Zom with the backup. This is EVOS Divine on the run. Forced back by Flash, who are back in it in terms of aggression, but they have to play this careful now as they hold the outside compound.
See though, the Zom trying to heal up. Rasia doesn't have any view. Cryo Mine onto him, and instantly he gets back up and mark the Zom. Half an HP. Rasia trying to go for the fight, but up close and personal with M24. Definitely the wonder hit.
Oh, beautiful stuff out of the guy. I think he used the M590 in that situation, so trying to get good on the shotguns as well, Mr. Rasia. It's fairly impressive for the sniper. But Gao's going to take over the arsenal here. PE Sports versus Aurora is now the next encounter that he'll have to cast. As Asriel drops by, says hello, drops spell BT. Axel looking for one. Lauho's going to get caught out. A sliver of health left on him. 3 players attack at the same time. Nolan able to spray one down with the P90, but recovery is instantaneous here as Aurora is on a roll once again. The battle between Flash and Falcons will continue.
Well, let's see though. Team Flash right now with 5 elimination. A couple of revival has been done already. 1 can be done, but not enough points for them. Team Falcons though, very close behind. But also on the feed, we're seeing Gam XPE being revived as well. Now, Team Flash, I thought they are winning it right now, but a lot of pressure is coming in from all sides of the spectrum, and we'll have to find out though if they can manage to escape from Katulistiwa, because it's getting harder and harder to get to survive this battle with a lot of teams surrounding them.
5 minutes in, 12 squads steady in the fight. Falcons are gonna allow Ming to just back away from the compound, not looking for another engagement. I think Falcons are also looking to recover after those initial few incidents. Twisted Minds versus Bigatron is not gonna happen because Bigatron's looking for that recovery. But Gao versus RRQ though. RRQ is just waiting for this fight to begin. India takes the cryo mine out of the equation. Grenade will not find him, man. He just moved out of that defense.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing that he moved out as well, because we saw earlier Gao cooking up some nades, also has an M79, so it would be deadly. And I don't think RQ is wearing that Steffi anymore. They pull away from that active skill, and they still have it. They still have it, but there's little to no chance for them to use it for the moment. He's just cooking all those nades for the team against them, and now the exit strategy with that monster truck into the hands of EVOS Divine.
Well, EVOS Divine spotted out here, dudes. Able to find one. Riptide Rhythm sent out. Rasia, beautiful shot. Abe with the follow-up. And the glue wall recovery, but PE Sports attacking EVOS from the back. No, they're not. They just drove by. My bad.
Well, that's one thing. It's a good thing that Damn XPE is trying to survive, because from earlier we've seen so many eliminations coming out against them. So they need to keep themselves distance. And we know how it is in Bermuda. Most of the time it's silent. But now it's grand finals. Everyone is still on fire. I think I'm still getting goosebumps because of all the screams that I'm hearing in the background, and also what we've seen from the initial battle in Kalahari. But look at that, AJ. It's not even like you can even put a pattern on where everyone or every team would be heading into the next phase of the circle, because they're all across the board right now, and there's no clear way for them to survive because a lot has been guarding that Bimasakti strip already.
Sure, you can see that again. There's just too much going on here. Ooh, Falcon Hunters will have another opportunity here as the Falcons fly straight to the Hunters. Battle at Bullseye is going to be a tad bit heated here. Fantastic shots coming on through. Falcons, they want a big fight. Will just spotted out. Limit, unable to find the connection. Car 98, VSK in hand. And it looks like this skirmish is going to be just damaging both squads here. Outside of the safe zone, the blue chipping away at their health.
Yeah.
I wonder exactly what Falcons were looking for in this compound.
I don't know, probably just to make sure that they, if in case they got taken down, they can go for revive. Look at Limix 7. He's the only one. I think he's very rich right now, and from most of the instance, he's the only one far away from the rest of the squad, so he can always go for the revive for this team. Launchpad is available. Again, this is one of the features of the Graveyard, Bullseye, and Shipyard that they can capitalize on. But second to third phase of the circle, as you did mention, they cannot wait any longer. They need to get into next phase of the circle. So what they're planning is just making a path towards this area of observatory, and then they jump into next phase. But hopefully they also triggered that binoculars to make sure that no one is in the area where they'll drop it.
That's perfect map awareness there. And the rotation could not have looked any more beautiful. Secret WAG up against Buriram. Buriram saw them flying on in. But look at this. Secret WAG barricading the top floor before they can make their access here. They're taking the fight straight up to Buriram. Tikui second guessing the move. Up to the second floor they go. They find nobody. That can only mean the third floor is occupied, and I don't think they will take a fight with Buriram just yet.
Oh, this is classic Bimasakti. We've seen so many teams occupy, or 3 teams occupy this compound in just one moment. Especially on this shifted circle, it's dead smack where they are. So they will be staying here for the longest time. They will be safe for the moment, and then they can just invite anyone there at the bottom. But how it is on the high ground, that's where more the advantage is, because they can snipe anyone who gets close, and they might get a number of elimination just from that position.
If you ever wondered which is the best lobby, 10 minutes, 48 players still alive after so many eliminations, go take a wild guess, man. This lobby is crazy. Savage and just so good at playing recovery.
Yeah.
I say that, one player's down. Oop. 2 about to get taken out. Shots to the car, Limit X7 BSK. Fantastically done. Espina with a backup. Looking for one more. Looks like Bigatron by Vitality. Hunted down by the Falcons instead. How does that feel, they say? Constantly coming after us. Aurora versus Flash is going to be a thing in a bit as well.
Yeah, VTR felt that Road Rage is not an answer to everything. They are now answering to Team Falcons. But, as you can see, all the damage being dealt by Aurora Gaming right now, and the isolation being done to West on the Valiant Nash recounter. And there goes a takedown by Alphabet King ABCD, barricading himself in. But I don't think this is safe. Ice Grenade missed that shot, but he still goes down. Aurora Gaming back to their farming way.
Absolutely. 9 eliminations, but ABCD laid that one out of your... You gotta hate it, man. You gotta hate it when that happens, but thank goodness that was not outside the circle.
Yeah.
And nobody else was there to see it. Of course, it would have been embarrassing, but it would have also cost the squad big time. A couple of grenade follow-up would have annihilated Aurora in that particular spot. Yeah, Flash got the trip mine knock, but just no follow-up.
Trip by a trip mine. And that's the
worst kind.
And the worst kind is, you're already taken down the opponent and still manage to knock you down. So,
I don't know which is worse, tripping on a trip mine in Free Fire or stubbing your little toe when you're walking.
I don't know. I think Free Fire still hits a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Stubbing your toe, it happens so many times that I think your little toe is already immune to it.
Especially on the grand final stage here, Southeast Asia. Yeah, losing a battle will hurt more. 300k USD on the line, on the table, to decide how big of a piece from the 300k you want.
Oh yeah.
Stubbing toe is a problem, then you're not meant for this stage.
Well, if they get that 100,000 US dollars, can put an armor on their small toes. So that it doesn't happen. But jokes aside, and the reason why they're joking around is nothing's happening just yet. They are waiting for that shift or that shrink of the circle. And again, we still have 12 teams in here. This is not the first time we've seen this, but this is the first time that we're seeing it in the grand finals. Most of the time it happens in group stage, it happens in knockout stage, but this is how deadly Southeast Asia is. Survival is in point, and they are not slowing down. Well, just a moment ago they did, but from the earlier parts, they are always constantly engaging, and even Team Falcons are receiving a lot of shots, not from RQ, but from Gao Esports.
Absolutely, man. Gao. Falcons 2 plays down already. Buriram spotted at the top of this hill. And Gao, literally the king of the hill, highest ground. They're taking advantage of this well. Joel's going to be spotted out as well. The end. Ooh, SVDY in hand. Perfect for this play. Diamond takes himself out of the equation. Twisted Minds, getting the minds twisted in that moment. The God finds Bigatron's player. Joel's out of the equation as well. But still 12 squads standing as we approach the 14th minute.
14 minutes, 12 teams remaining, and out of the teams, we're still looking at 40 survivors, and the chances of them being revived get smaller and smaller. Even the circle is getting smaller and smaller. Now, how can you fit 12 teams in here without having any elimination? I don't think that would happen. In the pit, we're going to see one squad being taken down, and let's see if Eva's Divine is the one who survived that fight.
Absolutely, Evo's Divine. Beautiful rotation so far. Layering those blue balls. Aimon gets caught out by Wasana though. The cord just too spicy from that distance.
Oh no.
Blazo takes out 3 lives. Aim God not picked up just yet, and PE Sports cleaning up house. 3 more survivors on the side of AP. And Evo's Divine just unable to step away from this spot. If they step out, they're gonna get annihilated. PE on the right here. And RRQ is the danger. PE can't find cover for themselves. They're outside. They'll have to take RRQ out. This is PE Sports fight.
Oh, let's see though which rotation will be taking, which risk will they be taking? It's Evo's Divine's tunnel that they managed to clean out. Nolan can be picked up, but the glue wall needs to be taken out. And they might have been waiting on the other side. Evo's Divine got eliminated as well. Grimminite is now taking advantage of this riot, and slowly every team is going down. Gao Esports is having trouble moving up as well.
And that Riptide Rhythm was absolutely deadly, breaking down those defenses in such open ground, exposing these players. Buriram now getting up onto that high ground, punishing player after player. Mochi with a knock, Mochi with a double knock. Twisted Minds getting cooked by Mochi alone. This guy just running the squad down. RRQ, Ma'al 77 alive and kicking. Ooh. That's what happens when you've got 12 squads alive in the 14th minute.
Bro, I think that's less than a minute, or within a minute, that from 12 to 4. That was historical. That is
quick
cinema.
Math. That was quick math. 12 to 4. So how long does it
quick
take
deduction.
to count down? Quick deduction indeed. Oh, dude, Buriram on the best spot here. WAT was smart enough to take that second floor, just avoiding a lot of the initial chaos, and therefore they can play for this final circle. Aurora will have a big advantage, but they will have to wait for the movement of Buriram first. If they move before Buriram, Aurora's definitely going to be toast, unless Buriram gets distracted by WAG.
And that's the thing, though. I mean, the moment that they jump out, they might be in view of WAG, so that battle will happen. And Brim will still be at their weakest point, that third-party engagement. But they didn't expect Cypher to be there. He danced around, brought down Moshi, and now Brim United has lost one of their players. But here comes Aurora Gaming going in for the push. But they might not expect WAG is already waiting for them. So it's a 3-team threat right now. But Ring Around the Rosie being done best by Brim United, trying to hide out and probably a flank against Aurora Gaming.
Yes, smart play by Aurora here, not going for the flank towards the lower ground, looking for the next zone. Instead, they're going to move up, taking the backstab and fighting WAG. Buriram has the big brains here as well, pulling off an Aurora move on Aurora themselves, keeping behind them. Ring Around the Rosie, now we go, as WAG assumes the lowest part of this position. This circle is going to be deadly for a team that gets caught by Buriram, but WAG looking to catch Buriram themselves. Oh, a short Riptide Rhythm, wasted it. BLS1 punished. Zuaz with a double headshot from the back, and WAG is paused. Buriram can take advantage, but they're still focusing on Aurora.
Oh, that's the thing. I mean, it might turn to a duck goose from a Ring Around the Rosie. Here comes West, taking aim against Brim United. They can't shot down WAG just yet, but the third party from Aurora Gaming might be the downfall once again of BRU. And slowly, they're receiving a lot of damage. Riptide right in front of their head. It is high, but still, they couldn't survive. Only the captain, Jonah, is alive.
Oh, beautiful play by Aurora. And now, it's all about timing. It's all about selection of your opponents. And Zuez pulls the distraction, distracts them before they could get to Jonah. And now WAG moving their focus over to the Aurora squad. Riptide Rhythm, one wasted here. They've got another one on standby. Zuez with a long shot on the headshot. Jonah and Zuez pushing forth now. Tuikui up on top, just keeping an eye on them.
Look at that trip mine, a trap being set by Aurora Gaming. All they have to do is force everyone to go in there, but it might be troublesome in a bit. In spite of the knockdown being done by West against the Secret WAG, they are still constantly picking them up. But here we have it. This might be it. The funnel coming from Aurora Gaming. They're just opening up that gates into the trap, but no, WAG is a little bit smarter. They're going into the other side. The Axel might be spotted, but they get the isolation. The Axel is down.
A beautiful play by Zuez. He still punishes one arm. Jun backing away. Zuez is the distraction. Jun steps out at the wrong timing, leaving Zuez now all alone. Riptide Rhythm, the second one, breaking down the defense, and Zuez has got nowhere else to run and hide. 3 players alive. Tikui turning around. Nan7, the distraction on the left-hand side, and the finisher by Zuez. Just not enough. Secret WAG rips away the Booyah at Bermuda.
Now coming from fourth with this Booyah together with a lot of elimination, I think they are close enough to get into the top spot. With some of the teams right there, like AG Global, who didn't put so much of fight in that map. It's we'll have to find out though on how much Brim United did manage to get out there, because I think with the position that they had a lot of elimination as well. So our leaderboard will be shuffled once again.
Secret WAG, the best performing Vietnamese squad on that stage right now. You gotta love it. I know a few people who will definitely be loving this. They have got a massive fan base in Vietnam, and they are performing hella well right now. The best placement that they have got on a Southeast Asian leg here on Spring has been the 12th spot. That was back in 2024. In Seafall, the best they've ever done was the 5th spot, but now they're so close to activating Champion Rush for themselves and maybe even becoming champions of the FreeFire World Series Southeast Asia Spring 2026. Exciting for sure, like a fairy tale, but they still have a few games to get that done, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing that with that Booyah, I think they can pull even further away from bottom of leaderboard. From last time we saw the leaderboard, we have 3 of the Vietnamese team who's, I think, receiving the sharper edge of that double-edged sword, because they're being pushed down. They're having the jitters overall. We can see some elimination, but they're not the ones who's familiar with the crowd. And you did mention about Secret WAG being the fan favorite out there, and I guess that's where they're getting the energy right now. They still manage to bring themselves up, even grab the Booyah. And even from the background noise over the match noise that we're hearing earlier, I can feel goosebumps running up my arms right now because of how I feel WAG is on fire in that fight.
I mean, they're definitely on fire. Yesterday, they only lit up at the very final game. They couldn't afford to do that on this grand finals. They've awoken in this third matchup. They were already doing decent before this game. This allows them to jump up quite high on the leaderboard, definitely in the top 5 right now. And if it wasn't for All Gamers Global and that extra bonus point that they walked into this grand finals with, I think they would be very close to the other teams now, because they've already let go of a couple of opportunities, punished early. All Gamers Global have allowed the rest to catch up with the bonus that they have. But I still think that, maybe it's still there working its magic a little bit, but not too much.
Well, let's see now. I mean, magic is still there. We'll have to find out in a bit on how much the team has done. But speaking of how much, Roar Gaming, two games already consecutively. They've gathered a lot of elimination. I think even in the final moment, they managed to survive as a second place. They've got a lot, and this is us asking them to get placement even better. And this is answering to that. They were very close to Booyah, so they might be aiming, or if not grabbing the Booyah on that game number 4, which might push them even further in the leaderboard.
Absolutely. And from all the names that we mentioned earlier, teams that could potentially walk away with the Booyah here on Bermuda, Sacred WAG was not a part of that list. So this is a phenomenal attempt by them. I think all the moves that they pulled out there on the battlefield were timed well. The right action moves, the position that they took, the high ground, and choosing when to go into some of these encounters. Because one wrong move, one wrong timing, and you're probably going to get backstabbed. In the 14th minute, Neptune, again, we had 12 squads alive and kicking. That was insane. That circle was packed.
Yeah, I mean, again, for everyone who's watching in here who haven't seen Southeast Asia, the battlefield in Southeast Asia, this is Southeast Asia. This is what you would expect. And this is what we want to introduce to the world once we have them in EWC on the global finals. And I don't think this will be slowing down. For every time that we see battle between these regions, we have Thailand, we have Malaysia, we have Indonesia, and Vietnam. This often happens, and it's tough to say who's going to win just yet, because from what we mentioned, our leaderboard is constantly going in a shuffle. Those who are doing quite well earlier might be pushed down. Those who didn't move up from the first match is now slowly making their way up. But let's not take it away from Secret WAG's MVP, though there's not so much of elimination. I guess Secret WAG was not given that much in that fight, but 2 elimination, 14,608, 1468 on the damage, as well as M590. Tikoy is deadly in the front lines.
Oh, I mean, Tikoy is definitely... These numbers do not do Tikoy any justice whatsoever. This is one of the best young blood that we've got out here on the FreeFire esports circuit, and he's definitely doing his team proud. But just not the kind of game that's just massive where it's going to throw all of those WAG players on the top 5 eliminations. It's Moshi at the top with 6 elims, and you also find a couple of Falcon players here alongside Aurora, Zuez, Azrael putting themselves on the leaderboard for eliminations alongside Pina and Limit X7.
Yeah, I mean, Moshi was, you did mention at some point that they were taking advantage of that high ground already. And Moshi's the one who's grabbing as much elimination as possible. And this is it, 6 elimination just from him. And we're just finding out how the rest of the squad managed in that fight. Because from last time we saw our leaderboard, they didn't even move up. They are in the middle. But before we go anywhere else, let's take a look at the active skill. Again, it's quite similar from what we've seen earlier, but instead of a Cassie, they put in the Steffi because they know that Bermuda would be deadly. A lot of teams would be in there, and they want to be safe with the throw balls being thrown against them.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And of course, the Painted Refuge does give you a little bit of extra defense as well. So this is Secret WAG not looking to be aggressive, looking to be a little bit passive, but still battle ready, right? And activating that Painted Refuge in a circle like this obviously was a huge boon for the squad. Not tagged up by those grenades much at all. In fact, they tried to snatch away a few lives lives with those lethals. Couldn't get as much as they wanted. Again, this was not the best game out of Secret WAG in terms of eliminations, but it was their best game so far. They climb up 17 points. That's not too bad. And it's phenomenal to see other teams struggling to dominate such a table. And Aurora Gaming, Malaysia up on top on a stage like this, on a day like this, is just mind-blowing for me because it's been a while since we've seen Malaysia shine.
Yeah, I mean, after their somewhat failure in Kalahari, back-to-back Solara, 20 points, another 20 bomber coming from Aurora Gaming in here. And look at that. If it wasn't for the 10 points from AG Global from a point rush, Aurora Gaming could have been on the top already. But this is still phenomenal for Malaysia.
Yeah, still sprinkling their pixie dust up there. Big threat by Vitality, though, not doing much with their bonus. So somebody's going to get a spanking from somebody else if they don't start to fix whatever they need to fix. Big run by Vitality, very aggressive, very capable. They looked scary yesterday. Today is just, I think they're doing everything right as far as we have seen. But the other teams have just really stepped it up. AG Global and Aurora to be up on top. AG Global, maybe some would have expected, but Aurora, after they messed up Point Rush yesterday, this is a phenomenal comeback.
Yeah, and again, they're still on the top of the board without any Puyas. And
yes,
I know, I understand what they're aiming for. Get as much elimination, try to catch up with a lot of teams, get to that 90 points, and then deal with the Booyah. But this is the closest they got onto that final circle, to that Booyah, second place. Hopefully, we see more of that happening, more of the Booyah being taken out of this team. Though it might require them to switch up their tactics even more, but at least they are prepared once they reach at 90 point and to grab that championship. But there's still a lot of question of who can challenge them, and a lot of teams is poised to do that.
Absolutely, man. It's good to see Aurora in a very, very good spot now. This is off of 2 back-to-back really good games. 21 points. They managed to snatch at Solara. Bermuda gave them 22. But we want to hear what our hosts have on the stage. We've got an interview coming up for you guys. We'll be right back.
Xin được chào mừng tất cả quý vị và các bạn đã quay trở lại sân khấu của FreeFire World Series The 2026 Spring. Và chúng ta đã cùng nhau trải qua 3 game đầu tiên với rất nhiều những diễn biến kịch tính và đặc biệt là có những kết quả quá bất ngờ trong ngày hôm nay. Và hiện tại thì Quốc Bảo và Yusun đang đứng bên cạnh những nhân vật phải nói là có khả năng thi đấu cũng như là rất là nhiều những cái phong độ tuyệt vời kể từ ngày hôm qua là ngày đầu tiên và ngày hôm nay là ngày thi đấu quyết định nữa. Vì đây là những chàng trai ngày hôm qua đã đứng top 1 thưa quý vị và các bạn. Ogama Global! Và ngày hôm nay, chính những chàng trai này, chính những tuyển thủ này cũng đã mang đến một cú booyah đầu tiên với vòng thi đấu game thứ nhất cả. Và ngay bây giờ thì chúng ta sẽ cùng nhau trò chuyện chút xíu để cùng lắng nghe những chia sẻ cũng như là cảm xúc của họ. Và đứng bên cạnh Quốc Bảo đó chính là Baros. Xin chào Baros. Và Baros có thể chia sẻ cảm xúc của mình và đặc biệt là có thể chia sẻ cho mọi người được biết là tại sao đội của chúng ta vẫn luôn luôn giữ vững được cái phong độ và nguyên nhân từ đâu, chiến thuật ra sao mà các bạn có thể tiếp tục và luôn luôn mang đến những phong độ thi đấu rất tuyệt vời trong cả 2 ngày không ạ?
Survivors, greeting to all of you into our international stage of FreeFire World Series C 2026 Spring here in Ho Chi Minh City of Vietnam. And greetings to you, Alice. Right next to me is Baros from All Gamers Global. So, as we all know that AG is one of the first team got the first ticket to access the grand finals early, and they have to wait 3 weeks until they come back here to the final stage of FreeFire World Series. So, from yesterday, you guys are in the first ranking of the leaderboard of Pawn Rush, and until today, got 1 booyah for a very pretty opening. Can I ask that how can you guys maintain that peak performance like that?
ก็คือเรา AG เนี่ยได้ตั๋วที่เข้ามาในรอบนี้แล้วก็รอถึง3สัปดาห์เลยแล้วก็เมื่อวานนะคะรอบ Point Rush ก็ทำได้ดีมากๆได้คะแนนสูงที่สุดค่ะแล้วก็วันนี้เรามีกลยุทธ์อะไรบ้างไหมที่จะรักษาตำแหน่งแล้วก็ทำไมถึงทำออกมาได้ดีแบบนี้ค่ะ
ก็พยายามรักษาฟอร์มไว้ครับแล้วก็ค่อยๆเก็บคะแนนไปเรื่อยๆครับ
Okay, he got the practice to collect the score.
Does he change any play style, or he just gonna keep the same tactics like that? Does he game style, or does he change any tactics of the team? Because I think each phase is a different play style.
มีการเปลี่ยนแปลงในการฝึกซ้อมบ้างไหมคะ
ก็ซ้อมตามปกติเลยครับ ซ้อมตามแผนที่ซ้อม เล่นตามแผนที่เล่น
He practice follow his plan
Follow the leader, right?
Yes
Đối với Baros thì tại sao trong khoảng thời gian 3 tuần thi đấu mà họ đã ngưng thi đấu, nhưng mà khi quay trở lại với sân khấu chung kết lần này họ vẫn thi đấu rất là ổn định, đặc biệt là trong ngày Power Rush ngày hôm qua với vị trí đầu tiên và mang về cho mình là 10 điểm, rất là lợi thế. Và ngày hôm nay với một Booyah mở đầu thì một cái bí quyết rất là đơn giản là họ đã luôn luôn luyện tập xuyên suốt trong khoảng thời gian đó và cũng như là đáp ứng được theo được những cái lối chơi mà đội trưởng Điều đã đưa ra cho AG.
Vâng ạ, và đó là những chia sẻ ở câu trả lời đầu tiên của bạn. Vậy thì ngay bây giờ thêm một câu hỏi nữa dành cho Paros. Hiện tại thì số điểm của AG cũng khá là cao rồi, gần 60 điểm và các bạn đang tiếp tục dẫn đầu top 1 của chúng tôi. Và như thể thức thi đấu của ngày hôm nay, chỉ cần đội tuyển nào đạt được 90 điểm đầu tiên và thêm một cú Booyah nữa thì các bạn sẽ chạm tay vào chiếc cúp vô địch. Vậy thì đối với Paros thì Paros có thể chia sẻ cái dự đoán của mình là nhà vô địch của chúng ta sẽ được tìm ra trong khoảng bao nhiêu game nữa không ạ?
Alright, we can see that right now AG is at the first top ranking, right, with 57 points. And we all know the champion rush only need 90 points and one Booyah, boom, you become the champions. Oh, so I want to listen to Barra's prediction. How many games you guys end to become the champions here?
วันนี้นะคะคือเราจะต้องได้ 90 คะแนนเพื่อที่จะได้แชมเปี้ยนแต่ว่าตอนนี้ AG มี 57 แล้วก็อยู่ที่ 1 คิดว่าบาลคิดว่าเราจะเล่นไปกี่เกมถึงจะได้แชมป์คะ
น่าจะประมาณอีก 2 เกมครับ น่าจะครบ90
Maybe in 2 game he will get a champion
2 more games?
Yes only 2 more games
Only in 5 games? Really? How is that possible? How is he that confident?
อะไรที่ทำให้เรามั่นใจขนาดนี้คะ
ก็เป็นแผนครับ
He got the exclusive plan
Exclusive
Yes.
fans. Wow. Baros dự đoán rằng là mình sẽ kết thúc ngày thi đấu hôm nay chỉ trong 2 game nữa thôi, bởi vì bạn ấy có một cái kế hoạch rất là đặc biệt cùng với AG để chuẩn bị triển khai.
Vâng ạ, và đó chính là nguồn năng lượng của Baros cũng như là những đồng đội của mình trong team AG. Và trước khi chúng ta quay trở lại những diễn biến tiếp theo của những game còn lại và không biết là khoảng bao nhiêu game nữa, có thể là 2 game nữa như là Baros dự đoán. Vậy thì trước khi chào tạm biệt mọi người và quay trở lại sàn đấu của mình thì Baros có thể chia sẻ một vài câu đối với tất cả quý vị khán giả, đặc biệt là fan của All Gamer Global tại quê nhà và tất cả quý vị khán giả fan còn lại trên toàn thế giới không ạ? Xin được mời bạn.
I think everyone and especially all of the AG's fan in Thailand would love to listen to Baros' feelings right now. So does he have anything he wants to share to the viewers and also to the audience here?
ตอนนี้นะคะมีแฟนๆเชียร์เราอยู่เยอะมากทั้งแฟนเอเชียแล้วก็แฟนไทยด้วยมีอะไรอยากฝากถึงคนดูแล้วก็แฟนๆไหมคะ
ก็ขอบคุณทุกคนที่เชียร์ครับ แล้วก็ฝากเชียร์ทีม AG แล้วก็ทีมไทยทุกทีมด้วยนะครับจะเอาตั๋วไป e-sport world ครับให้ได้ครบทุกทีมครับ
Okay, he says thanks for all support and also please cheer up Thailand team and also AG.
Cảm ơn tất cả mọi người vì đã luôn theo dõi và ủng hộ cho bọn mình, và đừng quên rằng là hãy ủng hộ cho các đại diện Việt Nam và tất nhiên là cả All Gamers Global nữa nhé.
Vâng ạ, xin được cảm ơn những chia sẻ đến từ Paros rất là nhiều. Và một lần nữa xin được chúc cho tất cả những tuyển thủ của chúng ta, những đội tuyển còn lại sẽ tiếp tục mạnh hơn nữa, nhanh hơn nữa và chỉ còn ít phút nữa thôi, chỉ còn một vài tình huống nữa thôi, chúng ta sẽ cùng nhau chạm tay đến chiếc cúp vô địch và ai cũng ao ước à. Còn bây giờ thì quý vị và các bạn ơi, đừng quên cổ vũ thật to, thật mạnh hơn nữa dành cho những tuyển thủ của chúng ta được không ạ? Và ngay bây giờ xin được mời tất cả quý vị và các bạn sẽ quay trở lại khu vực của bạn Caster. Xin mời.
Thank you everyone for your listening and I would thank you everyone for your listening, and of course, congratulations to all of our teams who are competing so well today. Only 3 games, but everything is so impressive, right? Well, I hope that AG can do what they promised on the stage right now. This is the end of our interview. Thank you for your listening, and now let's have a little bit of break before we turn into our next game.
And thank you very much to our wonderful host. I know what's up with that, AJ. Or probably it's because of the promise that Baros has that they might end it after 2 more games. Was it?
why did you have to promise Yunsul anything? Okay? Aurora went there. Aurora was a little bit more confident. And Aurora made promises. And then we saw nothing of them. All right, AG, what have you done? But jokes aside, it's good to see these boys confident. I think AG Global, this has been a long time coming for these guys. You look at what they've been able to do. Clash Squad Global Finals champion. And of course, they didn't really manage to get as far, but of course, the podium finish for the Global Finals.
The rules of the game are as follows. Players stand at the starting line, bend down, and spin around 5 times on the spot. After finishing the spins, they must cover one eye and move toward the prepared water bottle. The objective is to flick the bottle cap placed on top of the bottle and knock it onto the ground. Are you ready?
Sẵn sàng. Rồi, chú ơi.
Trời, ghê chưa? Ghê chưa?
Chơi cho cái nữa luôn. Làm sao nữa? Nằm gặp bà ơi. Riêng món luyện viên là phải 10 vòng. Gì 10 vòng? Đúng rồi, món luyện viên thủ. Rồi quay đi. Anh quay đi em tới. 1 4 4 5 5
Trời ơi, cứu tôi trời ơi, chết tôi trời ơi.
Kém. 3 vòng nữa đó, 3 vòng nữa. 1 rồi.
What do you think of this game?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. This is the FreeFire World Series Southeast Asia 2026 Spring Grand Finals. And so far, as you mentioned earlier, AG has made a promise to Yunsul, and I don't think that is a good idea. Hopefully, they stay true to that. But one promise is true. We will be sticking with you all throughout the tournament. I'm Neptune the Gentleman Garcia. Join my brother, the Mustacho AJ, will be your casters for today.
Ah, man, the curse about to kick in once again. Chat, I don't know about you, but I think AG is in trouble. All right, anybody that has a chat with Yunsul is in trouble. Right after yesterday we saw it for Aurora. Today we might just see it with AG Global, unless of course, just like how they break their Booyah curse, they're able to break this one too, Neptune.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they doesn't end up as a coach in there who was spinning around and then missed that shot, but or just keep spinning around and then falls down. But there's just a lot of hopes coming from all the teams, especially those who made it work right now. AG Global, again, they had a phenomenal game number 1, but it's just unfortunate that they couldn't continue that. Aurora Gaming, though, back-to-back, game number 2, game number 3, 20 pointers, and that brought them to second place. Again, I want to repeat this. If it wasn't for the additional 10 points, AG Global could have ended up in second place, and Aurora Gaming would be a number 1.
That's insane, right? Man, lucky she didn't interview Aurora instead. Like, hey, come here. You seem to be doing it good again today at the halfway point. What's up with that? AG, Twisted Minds, WAG. 3 teams who have scored the Booyah so far. Do we have only 6 games? Of course not. We have got unlimited games today. Someone's got to get to the 90 points and then rush to get that Booyah so that they can get the competition in the bag. Is it going to be AG Global, the best squad on the leaderboard right now? Because like I said, they are already your Clash Squad Global Finals champion. The closest they have gotten to is just that podium where they took the 3rd spot at the Global Finals for Battle Royale last year. Apart from that, we haven't really seen them be as aggressive, but they have definitely been very consistent.
Yeah, if they want to stay true to their promise, they just need to be to give out a rocker of a game, similar to what we've seen from Twisted Mind. 33 is what they need right now to be able to achieve 90 points, and then towards the next match, they just have to be chilling like a villain. Wait for that perfect opportunity to grab the booyah, and we've witnessed that from the earlier games. Hopefully it does end Kalahari on that consecutive maps that we have after the 5th one, but they might not be waiting for that because they're very, very close. A lot of teams, I would say, is very close, but they need a few more points to make sure that to ensure that they reach that 90 points easily in 1 or 2 maps.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I mean, if you look at how the teams have been progressing so far, I think many of them have got a plan out there. Problem is they can't execute the plan because of the constant interference. 3 teams have faced this multiple times: Flash, Gao, and PE. No matter what they try, no matter where they go, no matter how they rotate, no matter how quiet they are, someone just turns up on the battlefield to kick them out early. This has not been good. 3 games in a row, these 3 Vietnamese squads have really not been seeing good luck at all. I think the stadium is very lucky that WAG has chosen today to just be on fire.
Oh yeah, I do agree. I mean, they might be getting that energy, and that probably is one reason why in most cases, if it just involves to be online, like Secret WAG is not showing that much. They're the ones who are more confident, and we've seen now the evidence we're in. Because they have a lot of fans cheering for them, they are greatly motivated. So hopefully, even if without fans, without the stadium, and even in the comfort of the studios, I would say I don't think they will be going in the homes in the matches for Southeast Asia, but they find that fire as well. Just recall the experience, the feeling that they're getting right now, and they might be consistent overall, whatever tournament they are in.
Absolutely, man. At the moment, obviously, everybody knows. If you guys don't know, we'll tell you now. Moshi is leading with the eliminations. What makes me so shocked, what makes me pleasantly surprised, is that who's close behind him? It's Zuez from Aurora. How incredible is that for Malaysia? And then, of course, you've got Jonah, and then right behind Jonah, you've got Aurora, Jun, Axel, Azrael. I mean, the whole squad of Aurora is on fire right now with the action out there on the battlefield. You gotta love it. All the Malaysians gotta love it. We're gearing up for game number 4. Let's see, first of all, if the curse is gonna be in play. And second of all, if or not the 3 Vietnamese squads down at the bottom, Flash, Gao, PE, can find recovery. This is match number 4. This is Purgatory. This is where Burira kind of rocks.
Well, let's see now. The tip-off is here. The squads are stepping in right now. Now, this is a chance for them to pray and prove that the promise can be given. This time around, Purgatory doesn't give us a skewed flight path, but this is good for every team who wants to gather all the points. And I think from Central heading into Moat House, there's plenty of space for this team off the drop. The only thing that we're looking for is a hot drop that might happen in most cases than not, but this time the southern island of this area. It will be occupied by RQ and Team Falcons, and that might be the battle that we didn't expect to happen in the early fight.
Top 3 squads here. Buriram, Aurora, WAG. Who's going to walk away with it? But Aurora used this map to farm a very early fight up against Gao. And this is that opportunity for Aurora to pick up these solid points and become the kings of this map. Again, the top 3 teams here. Buriram, Aurora, WAG. We just got to keep an eye on them.
Yeah, let's see now. Let's see if they will continue that. M1014, that's just difficult to be able to manage in there, but it's a good thing that it's just quite well used by Aurora Gaming in that initial fight, even against a mini Uzi. But Eva's Divine right now is not aiming to go for a fight. They're aiming to survive. Now, where they're heading is into the middle of this map, trying to find out a better location for survivability. And this is one thing that we see often from some squads who wants to get that booyah, and that's what they're aiming for if they want to get away from that 7th spot.
EVOS versus Burira. Vending machine in play. I don't think Buriram knows. Jonah out in the open. Moshi on the other hand. Who gets shot first? That's going to be the question. Buriram's definitely going to be the victims here, because they have no idea of the presence of EVOS Divine. EVOS Divine now at the vending machine. Gao. And that about to get shot out. Axel again. It's just Aurora.
Oh my God. I mean, they are in quarter right now, and they're digging up the graves of everyone who's going for the fight against them. Isolated from the group. They're not taking any chance. They are strong this time. With early loots, seems like they are on point. But I don't know what would be the plan right here, because coming from Quarry, they might need to cross Brasilia or to River to go into Brasilia, but that might happen later on. Now, a battle that might ensue is Brim United and EVOS Divine. We've seen that earlier, that Moshi was out in the open. I think Rasi capitalized on that. Jonah being stuck. Valiant dash gets him, and as quickly as that Ray with MP40 goes in for a takedown, that pushes Wasana to look for coins and get for that revive.
AJ Global cleaning up house. Bigatron by Vitality. 3 players shut down. 1 final survivor. And AG is on the hunt. That was a quick snuff. And they get the binocular scan as well. They know exactly where Joel is at the vending machine. Question is, does Joel come in here for a reach out with the full squad? He's got the triple revival already. But it looks like AG's about to get another point.
Well, let's see now. Launch pad already set. On any exit, the Joel will be taken. Riptide Rhythm against Nameless, but doesn't face him at all. Cord in hand, in the flank coming from Baros. Now, Woodpecker would be deadly. Initial knock or initial shots can damage his HP. No one's dropping in against him. That's what Barros is worried about. But shot from the other side takes down one player from AG. Barros is still going for a rush, and Joel will be taken down. Not only that, BTR receives a damage outside of that area from that airdrop, from that revive that happened after Joel did manage to go for that.
Beautiful play by Joel, though. It did manage to trade out 1 elimination. And so that was not a total waste. He pulled in the full squad, triple revival, got an extra point before giving his life away. He was definitely going to get slain in that situation. Aurora now driving straight into battle up against EVOS Divine potentially. 5 eliminations in hand already. Lightning Zone right in front. Do they want to fight? Yes, they want to fight. It's Aurora's Lightning Zone, and they're taking the fight straight to RRQ at the Arsenal.
And at this point, those blasts would crack, and they will take advantage. There goes the knock. There goes the Valiant Dash, but Azrael has been caught off guard. Dudes right now with Drogon trying to fight back, and the pickup can be done. A little bit of FGL action being brought into Aurora, but Dudes has been taken down as well. 18 tier has been revived, but this might be it. RRQ is out for the count. Ting, ting, ting. Aurora Gaming for the win.
That's a knockout punch by Aurora. What a play. This is literally like an action movie. 2 vehicles flying straight to the Arsenal. Non-stop action, valiant dashes, a couple of Riptide Rhythms later, and of course a few M79 attempts. Aurora smashes one of the biggest squads of Indonesia. And now trying to get away, another Indonesian squad, EVOS Divine, spotting them out in the open, takes those open shots. Buriram rotating in towards golf course as well. Will spot out EVOS. Looks like his Arsenal's just really hot.
Oh, definitely. Arsenal, well, it's because of how fast the engagements are. There's a little time for them to loot up, find any utilities on every compound. So why not go in to where there's sure enough better equipment that you can use? Now, Twisted Mind dealing with WAG, Secret WAG Wang M hiding out in the tower, and there was a time where in the tower was not the best way to go in for the hide. Most of the time you will be naded, you will be spotted, but Twisted Mind might not be able to see him, but no! He tries to go with the F79, but he misses that corner, and he's the one who has been taken down with a Thompson, and Twisted Mind on their second elimination.
Yesterday, Aurora took 2 games to recover from the Yunsul curse. So, going by that data, this is solid data. These are no assumptions, all right? Going by that data that we have on hand, AG might be in trouble, all right? But after they get out of trouble, I'm sure they'll bounce back just like Aurora. Look at these boys fly, man. They've got the UAV to deal with right now. Flash, perfect reading once again. Getting that info. Moving towards that safer zone. And Aurora has got the defensive spot earlier than anybody else out there.
XBE dealing damage against Beatron by Vitality. But he goes behind. We also have one player from Gao. Revive has been done by Demon onto Dion. But there goes the takedown by Death with that Woodpecker. Let's see if response would be prime. He might be able to go in for a shot against the Glue Wall, but he got shot down first. Good enough that he was not knocked down. Super Meds being used by Glam XPE, and there goes Death out the window, out in play, and they can continue battling against BTR, but no. Glam XPE wants to bring it to Death, but they might not know the Twisted Mind is waiting for them on that harbor.
LBT one more, but Diamond follow up. Hey! Tried to steal that away. And PE Sports is nothing doing. Took that shot, pulled that elimination point, and hasta la vista, there you go. Twisted Minds, cheeky indeed.
That was criminal. Criminal indeed. The mindset was to just get all those knocks away from Gam XP.
I mean, hey, this is a different game. Man, what are we looking at?
Bro, I mean, this might be 3 players. Oh, yes, it is! 3 players in Ores. They just need one more. They just need one more.
Okay, come on. This is AG Global at the best, man. Clippity clop, they go. As they ride off, not into the sunset, but into Brasilia. High ground advantage now for AG Global. This is... Free Fire is just too good at this point, man.
Oh, yeah. A lot, especially with that horse that's been introduced, a lot of tactics is opening up, but there's nothing opening up. And then shooting Dion out of that tree, and Secret WAG will open up this airdrop as well. Now, outside of blue, I don't think they will be receiving a lot of damage though, but they need to be careful once they try to step in, because from what we've seen in the map, we have AG Global waiting for them after that takedown that happened, or after they shoot down one of the players of Gao. They was heard, and now AG is responding.
But of course, this is just picnic outside the safe zone. Everybody's just chilling. Hashtag thank you, Team Boosters. This is convenient enough for WAG at this point of time. But AG, Baros, needs to keep quiet here. I think that 98 in hand, be able to just get him a couple of knocks. But the rest of the squad of AG right beside him as well. WAG just ignoring their presence as they continue on looking for the circle, but a long rotation in by WAG.
See if they can make that. They will need to cross Gao, and then they might meet up for United. So that would be tough. That would be a tough tour for them. So I don't know what the plan would be. The easiest path would be just to go against Gao and then cross that river, and this is what they're doing right now. They spotted Gao, and now they are shooting them down.
Man, better to spot Gao than to spot Buriram out there, because they will be the unwanted party in that particular location. But Gao just caught out here in the open, and they'll be forced to play reset once again. 2 more survivors on the Vietnamese side. As you can see, bottom 3 squads, all from Vietnam. They need massive games to climb up the leaderboard here.
It's getting tough right now. I mean, other than Secret WAG, the rest of the squad is trying. Even from the earlier match, Team Flash is only getting 1 or a few elimination in most of the engagement, but Team Falcon Guerrero didn't expect Sibank to be waiting on that bridge, and there goes the execution. Now, Sibank, with that stealth bites, might be able to distract the opponents, jumping into the water. No fall damage indeed, and now he might be going for that backstab together with the rest of the squad going for the flank.
Let's see what Sibeng pulls off here. Great rotation. Stealth bites helping him out. The rest of the team members just surviving this. Nobody spotting them out. As I say that, you Cypher AG Global hitting big time. Big control by Vitality. 2 players down. Koja on the pickup. Glue balls will have to be used here. Joel saved by Koja. Man does not have the Thiva. Does take a little bit of time, but no follow-up from AG Global just yet. But they're making the jump. They want this big fight.
Here comes Ice Grenade onto AG Global. Cypher right in the front lines. Damage! He needs to be careful, but quick recovery is being done right now. Nameless trying to go for that follow-up to break down Koja's armor. Dix will be taken out. Now Koja follows. Joel follows. Back to back to back, and only one remains. This is it. AG Global Prime.
Do you monster! And that now sets up AG Global in a battle up against Falcons. And Du was just getting started. What a player! What a sniper!
Oh yes indeed. The rise of Sniper, the rise of AG is here. And this is them. I guess it's they're not waiting for 2 matches to keep up with the promise. They're waiting for 2 circles to keep their promise and a good revival right now. But no! Team Flash! What a surprise against them. It's ABCD making sure that they will still be cursed.
This is Yunsul right here. This is Yunsul right here. Cypher, final survivor. Can he get into a safer spot? Answer might just be no. The chaos all around the battlefield. Aurora now dealing with their own fight. Stuck in a tight little spot here up against 3 squads. Flash on the right. EVOS in front. Falcons on the left. Aurora is stuck.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Aurora is stuck. Cypher is stuck as well. So good thing no one managed to break down the blue wall. But June is waiting for it to break down. Team Falcons has been spotted already. And Cypher would be a casualty. And there you have it. Azrael managed to beat him down. And AG Global out for the count. 19 remaining in the 13.5-minute mark. But still, we have a lot to work with, especially in the small circle that follows this fight.
Yunsul said, "You are cursed." Thank you for the promise. Next! This is Vietnam's greatest weapon is Yunsul at this point of time. Alright? The teams are rolling around out there. Apart from Secret WAG, they've got Yunsul. She's just not on the battlefield. That's the only biggest problem here. Aurora now hopping on in. He was to their left, Flash on their right. Flash is doing decent this time round. PE Sports still stuck outside the circle. Cordoned off, gate kept by Twisted Minds.
Yeah, let's see though how they can get away from that gatekeeping. But Aurora Gaming, great flank. Launchpad has been used. The moment they step down, that time turner has been triggered. So they're a little bit safe together with a few of those blue walls. But how safe can they be? Because on the other side, it's a Thailand domination. We have Twisted Mind on high ground. We have Burim United onto the wall. And we have Team Flash who might be stuck in between.
Diamond, good knock, narrow, but pickup can be done here. So Twisted Minds needs to just find a little better angle. Flash up against Aurora is not a thing as Falcons exits early. Flash still barricading themselves with those glue walls. Exposy finding the back lines with the M82B just penetrating those glue walls. Riptide Rhythm, big shot coming through from Twisted Minds, and now they are all wide open. Flash scurrying to pull out more glue walls and quickly reposition. Aurora on the other hand just facing a little bit of extra pressure. Buriram with the Riptide Rhythm to help out the team that's trying to tickle Aurora out of position. EVOS does not get the knock just yet. PE Sports on the left hand side. PE Sports, Riptide Rhythm responds to Aurora. Both sides have the Skylar. Narrow gets knocked down. Aurora on fire. And Twisted Minds wrapping up stuff on the other side.
And now, Burim United couldn't take down Secret WAG. Now they turn their position, they turn their attention to Evo's Divine and Aurora Gaming as we see some of the players from Twisted Mind trying to survive, but unfortunately they couldn't, and they will be left out. Evo's Divine outside the zone, a flurry of glue wall stopping him from the approach. Aurora Gaming managed to survive, but not for how long. They might be going down the hands of Evo's Divine, and there you have it, down to 4 teams and only a few who has a lot of players, and Burim United is now down to none. Only 3 teams remain, and 2 of which coming from Vietnam.
Secret WAG, can they do this right here, right now? Back-to-back booyah in Ho Chi Minh City. That's exactly what they're gearing up for. But look at the guard from Team Flash up on top. They could just be backstabbed by one of the most trickiest snipers out there on the battlefield right now. Zob, grenade's gonna go far. ABCD with the cord. As the circle starts closing in, it's gonna be about the rotation of WAG.
Well, let's see though. I mean, based on the shift, it's favoring Team Flash right now, unless the God makes a magical push to make sure that WAG doesn't get out of the corner, and they might be able to capitalize on this. But slowly but surely, WAG is moving away. The God was damaged, thus he's healing up, a little bit distracted, but that nade might spell the downfall of WAG, and the God from above is raining fire on them.
Valiant dash perfect here by ABCD. Move straight in, but barricaded and a reply for the breaks down all of the defenses. ABCD and Zom both get one. Tikui with the Drogon, but Zom sorts him out. And WAG's PLS1 saves the day. Yes, you can knock us down, but you can't take us out of the fight. And Yunsul has not interviewed us yet. Back-to-back booyah for Secret WAG.
Now they have that booyah, that 2 booyahs already. They might be receiving a curse. Hopefully they don't answer any they make any promises right here, because it is getting tough right now. But despite of that, we've seen a great performance coming from most of the teams right here, from like carrying it over on the previous the first half, or the first 3 games that we have. Aurora Gaming might be still on the top of the board, but it's no surprise that Secret WAG would be moving further away from where they were positioned before the start of this game.
Absolutely, and there might be some stuff that we gotta sort out here, but as far as Secret WAG is concerned, they got the booyah fair and square out of this game. But the way Secret WAG stabbed Buriram in the back, they caught them off guard. We didn't really see a lot of reactions out of the players at all in that situation. And I was actually quite surprised, because up to that point, Buriram was doing very well in this lobby. Just in the wrong place, wrong time from what we were seeing, because we were not even focused on that Buriram fight, because when that was going on, the pressure was already being put onto Aurora, forcing them beyond the wall. We saw a Riptide Rhythm come from the side of Buriram, and then PE Esports and Aurora started getting into the fight. Whilst this battle was going on, Buriram just disappeared.
Yeah, and that's one thing though. I mean, Buriram United is in a good corner. There were like that wall. They were in one corner. Team Flash was just behind them. They boosted themselves, or Team Flash boosted themselves up with those Monstruck and some glue walls. They have clear view of Buriram United, but they're not even faced. They're trying to deal with WAG from across that building. The moment that they noticed that they couldn't bring down Secret WAG, they pulled away from that, focused their attention to the left, where, as you mentioned, that's where Aurora Gaming was, there where PE Sports was, and then we switched our POVs to a different squad. And I guess with their attention, or with the attention brought to them by several teams, that's where they just started to falter. They couldn't decide on which team to take, and I think they lost a lot of utilities as well before that fight even happened.
Absolutely, man. I'm so excited, because now Vietnam actually getting closer to lift the trophy here, to be the champions of Southeast Asia. How far would the region have come in the world of Free Fire Esports if they are able to pull that off today? I mean, if anybody else needs to stand a chance here, Yunsul needs to get back on that stage and work some magic for us. But jokes aside, WAG, these boys have got the hustle. Yesterday, Neptune, they had just bad luck, right? Nothing was happening for them. Nothing was working. They did try their best. They did manage to get one decent game there, but then the consistency was just a little up and down. Today, on the other hand, they started off strong, they continued strong, and they went just ballistic back-to-back booyah. So they were decent and then really good. So it's been a fantastic day for Secret WAG so far.
I do agree. Last time we saw them play in the same city, in the same crowd, is they were a little bit pressured. Most of the squad coming from Vietnam were a little bit pressured. Even before, there's a lot of teams who didn't even make it to the grand final. So there's just one promise that they were able to deliver. At this point, 4 teams in the grand finals representing their city, their region. But it's only Secret WAG who might have the chance to move that representation towards EWC. So we're going to see more, or we might be seeing more of some of Team Flash in performance, so that they can catch up to the top 8 and add another representative for the squad.
Absolutely, man. I mean, let's check out the highlights here as we praise our MVP, PLS1, the guy who got the clutch at the very final circle, the guy who was just torturing people from across the battlefield with the M82B. Who needs the iris when you've got this sniper? 5 eliminations. He was definitely on fire. But it is Team Flash and WAG that really made Vietnam proud here. Look at those numbers. 5-4-4 through PLS1 God as well as ABCD. Flash lasting long enough for that final encounter. Ezreal, of course, again, Aurora always finding a way to shine, Neptune.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really loving the Aurora Gaming. Despite of how less expectation people have for them, they are now showing up, and especially when they reach closer to the number 1 spot. But right now, let's focus more on the skills that has been brought in. I guess there won't be any changes for skills. It did work for earlier Booyah. It is still working for this time, and that A124 is the deal breaker for them. The moment that they spot out that final moment, that final 20 seconds, that would be crucial for them to trigger that trail of battle, and then the rest will just go for the party.
Absolutely, man. And, you know, this is a tense situation indeed for the rest of the squads because WAG is getting closer and closer to the goal of activating Champion Rush. If they continue to run on this sort of consistency, look at the numbers stacked up here. 4-9, a total of 12 eliminations. May not look like it's the world right now, but it's more than enough when you are hitting the Booyah as well, Neptune.
Yeah, I'm really loving that. They're getting the Booyah. This time, they get as much elimination compared to what we've seen them earlier. And let's take a look at the game standings. 24, they will not be pushed down. Almost, though, because Aurora Gaming still bring in the 20 bomber into the game. Again, 3 back-to-back games, if I'm not mistaken, that they managed to get 20 plus on the point. So it's even, probably not even, but not equal. But it's still amazing that the back-to-back Booyah being brought in by WAG, and then the back-to-back 20-pointers coming from Aurora Gaming that might be able to help them secure that 90 points a little bit faster.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at the grand final standings. Is Secret WAG 20 points away from activating Champion Rush condition. Aurora not too far as well, 21 away from the Champion Rush condition. AG Global slowly slipping down here, but recovery can be made. One solid stuff, one solid game. Booyah and maybe a 20-pointer elimination can put them on that Champion Rush condition as well. Buriram in that 4th spot. Although they don't look like the most lethal, aggressive squad, they're still keeping up, man. No Booyah, no problem for Buriram.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, again, the goal would be to reach at 90 points, and then that's when we see them try to chase up with that Booyah. So it's like still 4 matches to go. If this is some other season, if this is some other tournament, then we might be saying like getting closer to the end. But now there's no end. They just have to go in for more of those battles, climb up to 90 points, and then get the Booyah afterwards.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Now, we do understand you guys maybe a little bit tickled by what has happened so far. We definitely want you guys to chill for a moment as we try to sort out whatever issues there are in the background, if there are any issues in the background. In the meantime, though, we have to assess the situation here, Neptune. In order for Buriram to unlock the Champion Rush condition, a lot of things need to go right for this squad. They need to get a 34 bomber in this next match, and I don't think that's impossible. We have definitely seen Buriram make such insane runs before. 22 eliminations should be easy for a team like this.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, they will be able to catch up. Let's see, though, on how they can do it. So far, it's not just Buriram United who's aiming for the number 1 spot. It's not just Buriram United who's aiming for the 90 points. Because from what we've witnessed, from what we've seen earlier, we have 20 for Secret WAG, 21 for Aurora Gaming, as well as AG Global aiming for 24. So, if they really want to beat them down, get closer to achieving the 90 points, then what they have to do right now is try and spot out those 3 teams, WAG, or Secret WAG, Aurora Gaming, as well as AG Global. Easier said than done, but I'm pretty sure Buriram United will be able to pull it off.
Absolutely. If Vietnam can get the job done this time around, I think this would be a great step for the region. WAG is close enough to doing it, but the journey is not over just yet. It's just the first part where they would have unlocked it, which is the champion rush condition. Getting the booyah after that has seemed to be the biggest problem, the biggest stumbling block for a lot of teams in a champion rush grand final. And with Secret WAG getting 2 booyahs already so far, have they maxed out their booyah potential for the day? That's definitely going to be a big question for teams like Buriram, who have not gotten a single booyah so far, but enough points to get close enough to activate it. Will they get the booyah when they truly need it? Because, man, this is just looking too close out there, Ned.
Yeah, I do agree. And when you said not getting any booyah, it carries over from yesterday, from Point Rush up until today, because it's just like them not really up to it for now. If it's just Point Rush getting all those advantage point, yes, I think there's little consolation for that when we're talking about Buriram United. But now, where it really matters, they really need to move up. There's a lot of hopes because based on the numbers that's being shown right now on their performance, other than Solara, they have been consistent close to 20 points. So they're bringing in the placement. They're bringing in a few of those elimination, but they know the balance of which it's just up to Buriram United right now to just hype it up in terms of elimination, similar to what we've seen them do in other seasons.
Absolutely, man. We are actually taking a little bit of a technical pause at this point of time, just making sure everything is sorted in the background before we hop on into another battle, ladies and gentlemen. We want to make sure the environment is perfect for these players before they start battling again. And please rest assured, these are all professional organizations, professional squads up there on the stage. If there's a problem, they'll definitely let the marshals know. Highly doubt you guys know exactly what's happening on that stage through the chat. If the team does say that there is something wrong, we will definitely look into it. For the time being, everything seems fine and dandy. We are just waiting for the next lobby to be set up so that we can hop on into another battle, Neptune.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to how they're going to turn up this time because, again, it's a different map right now for game number 5. This time, we will be going into the map which has brought in a lot of elimination in Nextera. Now, elimination-wise, I am still trying to decipher why Nextera has brought in a lot of that fight, but probably it's because, I think I've talked about this in one point, the number of compounds wherein you can hide out, and then the number of vending machine that is available all throughout the map that gives them that fighting chance to bring their teammates back. But unfortunately, in most cases, the most hyped up team will still bring them down, thus increasing the number of elimination until the end.
Yeah, adrenaline boost is definitely a thing, and everybody is excited because 8 teams will earn their tickets, their spot at the Esports World Cup. 8 teams, not including EVOS Divine, who already have an invitation to Paris because they are the reigning defending champions of the FreeFire Esports World Cup. 8 other squads from our lobby today, apart from EVOS, will get their tickets to fly to Paris. This is going to be exciting. 2 years back to back, we've gone to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. This time, Paris, France. This is going to be absolutely awesome, Neptune. I think I need to practice saying croissant before I go there.
I don't know. There's a lot of things that we need to prepare for because this is a different scenario right now. Same goes with the teams right here. But just set the expectation, as AJ did mention, including EVOS Divine. So if in case EVOS Divine would be part of the top 8, then our threshold would move. So that will be the top 9 overall. So just to make sure that everything's clear. And it has happened before. It has happened before with Team Falcons. They might not be the champions, but they were able to make it there. But we're still looking forward to who would that be. It's getting close, especially on that threshold line that we have out of the 8 and 9 spot right now. But again, we only have seen 4 matches for now.
Absolutely. Just 4 games. I don't know what else is going to happen. But we are actually going to take a little bit of a break, ladies and gentlemen, because there's something that we just need to sort out, which is a little toilet break for the Mustachio and Neptune, okay? So when we go and we come back, we promise you we're going to have the action non-stop. We'll be right back. Y'all don't go anywhere.
Hello.
Udah gue cari sekarang. Tapnya ada di sini nih. Woi. Dir. Bang, tadi bener apa salah bang? Bang,
Curang ini lihat sepatu nih.
gue malah cepat sini tuh siapa lagi yang besar? Udah ocak belum? Gue pakai kata batin. Wih, ini Wira nih. Oh, bukan Jo. Apa Jo? Ratu jatuh. Wira Gunawan.
Yeah, boy.
Salah dua.
Lah, gue udah menang, bos.
Salah dua.
Udah kan, Bang?
Cho mình là gà mít đi, Sport. Cái ngộ, này quá.
Xì. Please don't say that.
Nó lạnh. Không. Thằng này nó là bọc á. Anh nhập thì cái qua.
I am the one, the way you turn them.
Hello, we are from the game from Indonesia.
3, 2, 1, go!
Beter Keong. Enggak lu. Beter Dik. Oh, gue tahu ini. Si jelek, Beter Goel. Ya pastilah the one and only Beter Jibeng. Halo.
3, 2, 1, go!
I'm good.
Mapep.
Ôi, abang. Bawa lagi. Ya. Kosel. One more. I'm God. No. Yeah, I'm God.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. This is FreeFire World Series Southeast Asia 2026 Spring Grand Final. So far, we have seen 4 matches overall. We have taken a few breaks right here just to make sure that everything is fine for the teams on the stage. But we are looking forward to more battle right here, especially on our next map, on our 5th map, Nextera, wherein we might see some of the teams move up on that leaderboard.
Absolutely, man. Falcons, the reigning defending champions, are not moving up the leaderboard so much, and this has definitely become a problem. But Secret WAG, the team with the home ground buff, the team that did not rise up to the occasion on the point rush stage, has now suddenly awoken the beast within on our grand finals. The only team that's 20 points away from the champion rush condition. But of course, Aurora Gaming, not too far, 21 points away.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a few points, and we know that they can pull it off, especially for Aurora Gaming. I did mention earlier that out of 3 games, they managed to get 20 plus on those points already, and I don't think they will be slowing down unless some of their teams try to challenge them in the early part and eliminate them early. We've seen that so far, but if we're talking about one team, specifically Twisted Mind, we know that they can recover. One game brought them up on the leaderboard, but unfortunately the others is planning the same thing. Thus, it's just a scramble out of this grand finals.
Yeah, no doubt at all, man. I mean, you look at the situation out there on the battlefield, and you definitely have to question how are these teams going to manage the stress of being on that stage and not performing, right? Especially if you're one of the squads from Vietnam. Flash, PE Sports, Gao, they have been down at the bottom for a little while already, and I think, the pressure is definitely getting to them. RRQ and Bigatron by Vitality, man, I don't know what to say. RRQ, one of the most lethal squads out there, even they are struggling. But that's what's going to happen to you in a solid lobby of Southeast Asia. These are no easy lobbies to survive, man. I mean, even as I say that, the supremacy of Southeast Asia just has 12 squads in some of these maps on the 14th minute mark. How insane is that?
Exactly. I mean, it's really tough to say who's going to win those engagement, but you've seen how quick everyone was eliminated. And it gives you, like, any hiding spot on those situations. A good thing that it might take a while before we get back to Bermuda and see some similar scenarios. And Bermuda is one of the map that we've seen most of those instances, whether it's 11, 12, 10, 11, 12, there's still a lot of teams surviving towards the end. And it's not just about survivability and camping. They are fighting against each other. They just know how to pick their teammates back, and they know how to revive them just in case vending machine is available. But for now, we'll have to see if that would happen constantly in Nextera. That is been a recurring problem for most teams. They get eliminated and then they get back on the revive. Thus, we might be seeing a lot of points being gathered by the top dogs in this match, and they can easily achieve that 90 points.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And when you look at the action out there, it seems like we definitely needed to take a pause based on what was happening, right? There was a situation towards that final circle where things definitely got a tad bit tense between WAG as well as Buriram. As Buriram were distracted trying to take the EVOS players out of the equation, and a lot of the action kind of shifted over towards the outside of those walls. A lot of the shots definitely went the way of Flash as well as Team Aurora, which they sustained quite well, Neptune. I was very surprised to see the Malaysian squad just hang on for their dear lives in that situation.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, it's been a while since we've seen Malaysia being in the grand finals, and this is a great motivation for them as well. You did mention about teams who are not performing. They are receiving a lot of words from their management. So I guess this time around, they are just paying tribute to all those support that is being given for them, especially for Aurora Gaming. Being acquired by a team or a brand like Aurora Gaming is something huge already, and this is a good preparation for them, not only for this grand finals, but also if they make it, or if or when they make it to EWC.
Yeah, man. And this situation makes things even more tense. We are waiting for the game. What sucks more than playing a game that you're going to get kicked out of early is waiting for the game to start, because you're not so sure what's going to happen in that match. But jokes aside, Aurora Gaming currently doing it without a booyah at all makes me very confident that this is the year that the Malaysians might be able to pull this off, right? And I say I'm confident that they might, right? So, not very confident, but there's a high likelihood that Aurora Gaming does manage to get the job done. Without a booyah so far, they've been making a phenomenal run. All they need is one booyah after they hit 90 points. And if they're just going to give me that one booyah after achieving the champion rush condition, I'm going to be a happy camper here.
Definitely. I mean, they're bringing a trophy to your home.
Oh, yeah. Amen. Amen.
So I'm really looking forward to them really pop off this time. I'm like, again, it's like with the current champion rush condition, even before this unlimited games, even with the cap, Onyx Olympus, remember them. They managed to take the last year's spring. So it is given away to those who are smart enough to know the reaction that they have to do within each game. All they have to do is achieve the champion rush condition, and then what they can do is just slow the pace down. copy whatever the other teams are doing to survive towards the end and make sure they have better vantage point to secure that Booyah. We've seen that from Onyx Olympus, we've seen that in any instances already, and hopefully we see this again, not only for Aurora Gaming, for the other teams who haven't achieved that championship in Southeast Asia.
Absolutely. We're just taking a quick stock check of the players on the stage, and it looks like everybody's here. Bear with us, guys. Even Marshall's are here. Bear with us, guys. We're just trying to get these matches back up for you. We know you're very tense. You're more nervous than the players on the stage, which is very nice to watch. It's very entertaining that you guys are so passionate about Free Fire esports, and we love that. That's exactly what we need out of the community, this undying, fiery passion for you guys. Keep it up. That's exactly what's going to keep Free Fire esports alive for a long, long time. So thank you for your love. But in the meantime, apart from love, what we need is more points out there on the leaderboard. Neptune, 4 games down. Potentially 4 more games to go. By the pacing of these squads and based on history, it has taken us an average of 8 games to sort out Champion Rush. What do you think? Do we get to 8 games, or a little earlier we see it ending this time?
I'm assuming it might be earlier. I didn't expect that battle to happen, like the battle that we've seen from the first few maps, to be that continuous. And we have been seeing that. There's only a few instances where in a pause or a stalemate is happening within a game. But now, we are ready. The lights are out, and the playing path is set, and every squad is racing to get the #1 spot. The only question, though, is who can get the 91st?
Well, we are geared up for this next game. It's match number 5. It's the place where you go to when you want to mess around with the shotguns. It's the place you go to if you are a pro on the M590. Next channel time, baby. Those CQCs are gonna be hot, and the elimination feed is gonna be lit.
From between Midside and Rust Sound, the flight path starts, and it would end on the northern part of Turbine. But we can see a lot of teams already spreading out right here, especially for Team Falcons. For Team Falcons, they split up on a 2-2 on Rust Sound, trying to cover every approach, making sure that no one would be contesting them. But those close behind or in front would be Gao Esports. But they are planning the same thing. They occupy Zipway and also somewhat in between or in front of Zipway. RQ, though, no contention other than one player from PE Sports. So we can see on Horizon, but that's far enough for them to deal with, so they can focus more on looting.
So this is too close for comfort. Ma'al, man, what are you doing out here? You need a sniper. And he's going straight to LBD. Ma'al, the madman with the Drogon running. And he wants this CQC. Have you seen a sniper do this? Whips out the LMG as well. Unable to find one. Drogon. Ma'al, the rusher, I tell you. This guy, the Swiss Army knife with the rolls.
Yeah, I mean, this is good for Ma'al, for RQ, because there's so many instances where in the CQCs, he's the one losing out. He's the one keeping at bay, or being at bay right now. But now he's putting the pressure in the LBT and other players of PE Sports as well, just to give way for, or give time for the rest of the squad to go for the finisher. There you have it, AUT here. Managed to get the first blood, and with that, I think they might be able to spot out a few more of PE Sports.
Absolutely, man. M60. Level 1 in the hands of Ma'al. This guy is a menace, I tell you. Scaring everybody away. 2 eliminations already. RRQ looking strong. RRQ looking for the recovery game on this map. Decker Square still has PE Esports and the shadows of Twisted Minds potentially on the approach.
See, though, on the other side, we have Aurora Gaming trying to start off their elimination spree, but going against the 3 players of PTR, this might be deadly. It's a good thing Azrael is in here, and Cryomine goes far. Azrael will be tagged up with Ice Grenade, and Dix as well as Koja will be trying for a push, but Suez already made that flank, but no weapons for the long range, and they will be losing out one player. Suez might be tagged up, boxed out, and eliminated. It's a good thing that June, as well as the other players of Aurora Gaming, is far away that can bring them back, but this is lost opportunity to gather all the points.
Yeah, June needs to be the survivor to get away here. Suez has been doing great so far, but Dix reaching up on time. The distraction takes Zuez out of the equation. Double revival by Jun. This is the recovery play for Aurora, but up against Team Flash at Twin Bridges is just going to make the recovery phase a little bit more tough for the Malaysian squad.
Well, Twin Bridge is one of the areas of the map in Nextera where we ended a lot of battle, but it seems like BTR might be ending right here with Gao introducing themselves. Spank and Dix trying to recover, trying to hide out. I think Death already have them on their crosshairs. Dion trying to challenge them on one side, and Death given an opening from behind. And there goes the third player from BTR. The final one might be spotted and might be gunned down. But speaking of final, here comes Aurora Gaming. June only remaining. Hill UAV against 2. This might be it. Aurora Gaming lost opportunity to get that 21 points and reach that 90.
Such an early exit for Aurora. The Malaysian squad didn't even have a chat with Yunsul yet. So that was just on death in that situation. But unfortunate, I think, very early skirmish. Just took their chances down a couple of notches. Buriram one elimination in hand, but now Twisted Minds. Pina, beautiful shot with the M590. Valiant dash breaks down the defenses, but Bass with the instantly quick pickup, and they turn around the matches here. But Raja rips that rhythm away from far away off of Diamond. And that puts Falcons in a little bit of hot soup. 700 coins, not much for the revival. Racha brought in just a second before Limit gets taken out of the equation. Survival run here for Falcons.
Oh, let's see on how well they can survive. They're going past Twin Bridge, might be meeting up a few more teams. But AG this time around, meeting Evo's Divine. But one thing that we're not sure of is why Evo's Divine is far away from each other. They're spread out a little too thin. A revive has been put in onto Kochil, and Russia is trying a Fender machine to bring back one more. BTR though, managing to survive that battle that we've seen earlier. Now needs to deal with one player from Buriram United. Have they spotted him? Have they seen him? And will he be targeted? The question might be yes, because Jonah was spotted on that rooftop and now being gunned down by Dix.
AG, secret AG, but Dew with a big save off screen. Players getting annihilated one after the other by RRQ, but Dew brings the squad back in. Bigotron by Vitality on the other hand, going to catch a couple of Buriram players, but Wasana the savior for the side of Buriram. Knocks and recovery. This is the phase where we see the squads come back, and now 11 full squads on the map yet again.
And that's one reason why Nextera has brought in a lot of elimination, because despite of how heated the teams is, the vending machine is well available from most instances on each compound. So all they have to do is gather all those coins and then find the closest vending machine and revive the rest of the teams. We've seen that summer times already, and now we have full squad on all 11 teams. We are just waiting for next phase's circles show up, as we are now seeing AG, or a couple of players of AG Global, who might be able to spot out Wasana, but there's also one more player from afar. I think that was Moshi, who might be able to gun them down. Same goes with Get High and Jonah.
Oh, big fight here, big fight. AG Global looking for the activation on Point Rush. Will be rushed by Wasana. Valiant dash. Oh, beautiful Riptide Rhythm breaking down the defenses. Wasana couldn't get away from that one. Thought he could slink around those glue walls, but no said Dew, shutting him down and his chances with those Riptide Rhythms. And now Buriram, 2 more players for the pick in here. If AG Global can get to them. Get High is the closest one. Cypher moving straight on in, but they've got great defensive compounds for cover, so AG Global will have to overextend to find these players of Buriram.
Let's see, no Nameless. They could have gotten to Get High already, but he's still in the open, spotted. Even the Arc couldn't save him right now, and they will be jumping out, gunning them down, and making sure that all bases are covered. Saifa with a back 10 brings him down, and that is 8 elimination already for AG Global. They are hungry, they are heated, and they want to get more.
AG Global needs 24 points. All they need is 4 more eliminations and the Booyah, and they will activate Champion Rush. How about the Jonah? As Nameless drive by, hopping out of the vehicle. Vehicle disappears, and so does Jonah. But Moshi brings him back instantly in. How much does Moshi have?
I don't know. Moshi has skipped this distance from most of the fights right here, and he's just focusing on gathering all the points. Won't be surprised if they have a Suzy similar to what we're seeing from 2 right now. But Saifa, I think with the UAV, they spotted where they're coming from. Saifa with a little bit of drift action, but heading to that vending machine was a little bit too late. So I guess the ideation for AG Global right now is once they beat up one team or one player from the team, they spot out the nearest vending machine to spot out an opponent as well.
Oh, RRQ this time hunting down Jonah. Mochi's gonna get caught out here if he's unlucky as well. Oh, Jonah, defensive play, and Mochi with the backup from a farmer, all catching Jonah. That knock on Abe was all Mochi. Riptide Rhythm from afar. Mochi single-handedly trying to annihilate RRQ's players, who quickly back away. Mochi giving away his position, but he definitely scat the crap out of them. So I don't know if they're going to go in for the attack. Man, this Mochi is dangerous.
Oh, definitely dangerous indeed. But a couple of binoculars, triple on the binoculars being laid out just in the south of Twin Bridge, spotting out Team Falcons, Gao, Team Flash, and BTR. Even GAM XPE would be in that area, and I won't be surprised if a lot more will be joining them. Still, we have 11 teams in this fight, full squad from everyone, and they just need to buy a little bit more time to get into that western part of that next circle because it's quite open for everyone.
Buriram has managed to make a full recovery already. Revival after revival after revival, and they haven't managed to take a pause just yet until this moment. Gao will find one, digs down on their ground. Team Flash up against EVOS is another appointment that's running. Cryomine tossed out here already, tagging up the Zom. Information given away, but no takedown just yet as Flash quickly recovers. EVOS takes the lower ground.
Oh, look at that. Team Flash already regrouping on a 1v3, 1-3, and also on switching it up on a 2-2. On the second round, this is a good plan. They don't have that much window to be shot at, and they can just invite Evo's Divine in on one of those stairs. But they need to be careful because in a bit, some of the teams might be joining this party, making sure that third party would be real. But it's a good thing that Flash did manage to put up a barricade of blue walls right there to stop that from happening. Buying time from second to the third phase of the circle is what everyone needs right now to find out if they need to move away from this compound.
And EVOS was also looking to find the refreshes on their active skills. Were all on cooldown after tossing out that cryo mine and attempting the initial push into the compound. But now that those active skills have recovered, I am expecting EVOS to get a little proactive in a bit. WAG though, on the revival, sending out the UAV, making sure nobody's coming for their vending machine.
Let's see now. RRQ with this new gameplay coming from RRQ. It's just refreshing that they're trying something new. Even Mahal is going in for that aggressive run in CQC. And this might be them listening to what we keep saying. Wherein every time that the team will be eliminated, Mahal was the outlier wherein he can be gunned down in CQC. So they're just trying to avoid that right now. Similar to what we've seen on Twisted Mind. This time they're playing safe, and it is a good plan.
Definitely a good ball. Oh, what a break on those glue walls. Look at the pelting off those shots. What's that, a cord? He's just going non-stop. Up, one after the other. Mahal now with the Car 98 looking for the knocks, but Twisted Minds has not given away any at all to RRQ.
I guess what's happening as well, other than the shots on the opponents, 18 tiers making sure that everyone's healed up with that heal pistol. And this is a good plan as well. Not really wasting resources, making sure that they utilize everything without spending that much, because they would need that on the final circle. If it ends up similar to what we've seen in that Bermuda. But Buriram United jumping in just next to Team Falcons. Not quite sure if they have been spotted already, but shots has been fired and BTR is just next to them. So this might be spelling trouble for the three teams within that area.
WAG UAV play, and the Dinoculus scans out RRQ. WAG and RRQ now. The potential 4v4 about to blow up on the battlefield. AG on the other hand, at Zipway need to make their way in, and B Esports already trying to stop them off screen. RRQ on the other hand is continuously topping up their HP here as they're shot from across the battlefield. Gao is probably one of those culprits who are trying to reach them.
Let's see now. I mean, Gao is in the middle of everyone else, now on the edge. The only team was close enough to be able to get into next phase circle. And judging from this, there's not so much of compound to play with in this area. So this would force everyone out in the open, and the 11 teams might be going down in less than a minute, similar to what we've seen in Bermuda. But it starts right here. AG spotted by Agam XBE. Will they be taken down though? That is a question, because it seems like Du is taking the front lines compared to what we see them often play.
Bigger question is when the world is putting them on the battlefield. AG versus PE might just be a thing in a little bit, but AG very quickly, sneakily rotating right below PE spots, cutting down the distance, using those blue walls really well. A124 will be popped. Those players cannot use their active skills just yet. Ice grenades up to the top. And Steffi instantly popped to protect them for a bit as they recover. Smart play by PE Sports.
Esports right now. It's a good thing that the angle is being taken by AG. Global was just not that on point. Even FGL is not burning them. So they have plenty of time right now and good opportunity to shoot them down if in case AG Global was not expected. But they hide away in the compound. They have plenty more time. But speaking of Brave United, they are now in fight against Team Falcons. Let's see if they can break through. Pina's already in the ground, and here comes the rest of the squad going in for a rush, but get high backstab by Limitex 7. They didn't expect that to happen, and Kororo is still in play. Jonah will be taken out, and Brave United taken down by Team Falcons.
And Gao, not even beside them, activated the A124 on time and got the eliminations. How insane was that? Gao actually takes 2 points away from that elimination. And now AG Global needs to pick up Barros here. Pressure by Megatron by Vitality from across the battlefield. AG Global looking to activate the champion rush condition for themselves here. With Secret WAG on the other hand, annihilating Twisted Minds.
Oh, Twisted Mind out at 8. Now we have 17 remaining. Team Flash being dealt with by AG Global, but up close and personal, Gao and BTR. Now it's trouble for Gao or for BTR right now. If in case they will be spotted from afar, but even Spot will be eliminated. And RQ might be next. Abe managed to go for across that container, but they get tucked up with that cryo mine. Here comes Secret WAG going in for a push. Will they be able to break through on that defense being done by BTR?
And I don't know if this is a great idea from Secret WAG. They could have just rotated around looking for the AG squad. And one shot! PLS1 VSK AWM combo. Deadly indeed. RRQ out of the way. Riptide Rhythm from the back. And Bigatron by Vitality shot from the back and the front. And WAG cleans up house. The Ant sneaks away the points. Cypher gets one for himself. It's now AG Global, Gao, and Secret WAG. Two Vietnamese squads in the final circle.
Two teams from the top and one team in the bottom. It's a good chance for Gao Esports right now to stack up the points and reach that top 8. But how will they do it if Secret WAG is already gunning them? One down already, a few more to go. Ice grenades, glue wall melters, even the Steffi, they need to step out because there's a lot of damage being received out of Secret WAG, and they might be going down a bit. Even the damage, even the pressure coming from AG Global is that high, so that they might not survive. Now, this is the rivalry that we've seen so many times. AG and WAG.
Absolutely. Secret WAG looking for the activation on the champion rush condition inside for what a valiant dash. Wang arm down on the ground, and here comes the flank around from Nan7 as well. Nameless in there. Backstab by Dequee. And Secret WAG dismantling AG Global one after the other. Only the sniper left in here. 4 players alive. Secret WAG back to back to back. Booyah!
I definitely love this side of Secret WAG, and now with that alone, they have activated the champion rush condition. But the question though is who would be joining them, because we've seen the teams very close to that activation. Apart from Aurora Gaming, who was eliminated early, there's a lot of elimination that has been farmed out of this game.
Man, 3 booyahs in a row. Everybody sit down. Secret WAG is here to rule. And these boys were savage. I can guarantee you, Neptune, 2 teams have activated champion rush condition with this game. There is no doubt whatsoever, because the top 2 teams who were so close, and we were talking about how Secret WAG needed to go for the booyah. They needed to get a massive game, 24 points minimum, 20 points minimum. No problem whatsoever, says both teams at the same time. So now we have one Thai squad, one Vietnamese squad up on the top, who can walk away champion. And if Vietnam does it, this is going to be history. This will be the first time ever Vietnam gets crowned the champions of Southeast Asia. Man, I have to say this again. How much have they grown? This is beautiful.
I do agree. I mean, from the initial part where PE Sports introduced themselves in the EWC, a lot of Vietnamese teams has started to move up.
Yeah.
So it took some time, but now that they are on home ground, so especially for Secret WAG, they're getting that boost from the crowd. They know how to please the crowd, and this is their way of doing it. Hat trick out of that booyah, and it's rare that we see that anymore because of how aggressive Southeast Asia is, but Secret WAG managed to pull it off once again.
Absolutely, man. Aurora robbed of their opportunity this time round. 21 points required by the squad to activate Champion Rush. They were so close because we've seen games where Aurora made 21 points look like absolutely nothing. In fact, in 2 games today, they scored 21 points. One game was just slightly better, 22. I mean, but that was exactly what they needed. 21, 22 points. It would have activated Champion Rush for them, but they got annihilated with no points whatsoever. That must be heartbreaking for Aurora. They need another chance. I wonder if they'll take fate into their own hands, because if teams want to stop WAG and AG, they have to hot drop them. Problem is, we just exhausted 5 maps. Next map, randomizer. Where do you find them? By the time they figure out the map, do they have enough time to plan an ambush? That's going to be a big question. I don't think they have enough time.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's one thing that they need to work with. They need to work with survivability. They need to work with a lot of tactics right now.
Yeah.
But I'm worried about the 2 teams who managed to get in and activate the Champion Rush condition. Again, I did mention about the rivalry that has been happening between these 2 teams. And they might start it off hot, regardless of the map. They know exactly, especially for Secret WAG, they know exactly where AG has been dropping in most of the maps.
Yes.
And they're the ones starting off that battle. They're the ones who's, I couldn't say, I'm still thinking it's 50-50 between the 2 teams, but most of the time, that's one reason why AG Global gets eliminated in most cases. It's because of Secret WAG.
Yeah.
If this is the plan of Secret WAG, they might be able to pull it off. Just stop AG Global from the beginning and then just keep silent towards the end. And they might be bringing home that trophy.
But, you know, sometimes you want to do some dirty work. You can't do the dirty work on your own, man. You might just get messed up. You got to send somebody else. So I don't know if anybody else is thinking of saving WAG and annihilating AG's chances. Secret WAG, they are on a roll. Momentum is on their side. Momentum is with Vietnam. 3 booyahs in a row here on our grand finals is mind-blowing. And PLS won 9 eliminations, 3,546 on the damage. AWM, the weapon of annihilation. He has definitely made his fans proud.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a good thing. After summer players has been a change in this roster of Secret WAG, PLS1 is one of those who has stuck with this with them for quite some time. And with this, he managed to move up as a sniper role, and now everyone else is paying dividends to that decision. But look at this, 3 players from AG Global right now taking aboard 5 each, so that's 15 already out of 3. And DN from Gao Esports, again, remember the Gao Esports was 3rd to the party and have a good chance to move away from bottom of the leaderboard.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And if you look at this in the grand scheme of things, AG Global, they did a lot in this match, because those eliminations, man, that was just fire. But PLS1 stole the attention at the very end. Look at this setup. Skylar, Oscar, A124, Steffi. This is a 50-50. Again, aggressively, they can go all out. Defensively, they can go all out. And they depend on Nan7 desperately, all because they want to avoid those grenades. And, you know, PLS1 has just been on fire with those Riptide rhythms, man. This has just been an untouchable version of WAG today.
I do agree. I mean, they've done it for 3 times already, and with that hat trick on Abuya, I don't think they will be letting go of that roster. A lot of teams might be thinking of how to counter this otherwise, so they need to be on their toes. But there you have it. highlighted in gold. They are close enough to smell that trophy, to touch it and carry it, but they need that booyah to be able to do it.
Yeah, if you smell what FFWSC is cooking, it's WAG and AG. Secret WAG has kept their strategy a secret all throughout the competition. Man, they lagged behind. They struggled to find a qualifier. At least that's what everybody thought. And now they are just ripping these squads apart. And the consistency is just beyond mind-blowing. It might I add, Secret WAG, during Phase 1, they were not even in the top 6. They were towards the bottom of the leaderboard. And then in Phase 2, you thought that maybe they would be one of the early ones to find the qualifier. That wasn't even the case at all. They definitely struggled. We saw a couple of booyahs from them, but just not perfect runs. But Secret WAG today, just a different kind of beast, Nep.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, 30 bomber coming from a team, 18 elimination. It's quite even though. The difference would be because of the placement point, but it's still a new side of Secret WAG. I know. The question would be it be the motivation coming from the crowd, or they have just prepared this kind of aggression just for this moment? Because as you did mention, it didn't show that much from the earlier stages of our competition.
Yeah, absolutely. And, this is something that we need to focus on today, which is where these teams sit on the overall leaderboard. Because, yes, one of the biggest targets for us is to find out who's going to be the champion. But another one is also going to be who are these teams that make it to Paris, France for the Esports World Cup. Map selector, game number 5. Where do we go? Who gets the advantage based on this map? Should be able to know. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this could all end right here. It could end on game number 6. Secret WAG, All Gamers Global, Purgatory. We go back to the map where Secret WAG scored their second booyah.
And there you have it. Game number 6. It is now reset on Unlimited. It's now a start of the limited rounds right now.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to some of the teams trying to catch up. Again, the condition would be the condition now has been added for some of the teams. It's not just achieving 9 points, not just getting booyah after that. It's denying AG Global as well as Secret WAG from getting the booyah from this map. And then you get to the point. So easier said than done, but I'm really loving the storyline right now. It might end right here.
It might just end right here. Falcons are 2 times Southeast Asian champions. Buriram 1 time. Onyx 1 time. Maybe Secret WAG can be 1 time as well. Secret WAG has not achieved the heights that AG Global has achieved for themselves. Clash Squad, you saw them become the Global Finals champion. Secret WAG, on the other hand, yes, they were good. Yes, they managed to get far, but just not as far as some of these boys, right? This is history in the making for Vietnam. We have always mentioned, we have always talked about how Vietnam has been one of the fastest growing regions and one of the most explosive in terms of Free Fire esports action. And we've always admired the growth. But now I think it's reaching its maturity as one of them steps it up and becomes the champion of Southeast Asia, and then the world stage is not too far from then.
Yeah, I mean, as you know, when growth happens, you will bear fruits out of it. And this is a fruit that they are ready for picking. So it might end in 1 map, it might end in a few more, but I'm pretty sure the motivation is on them. So, well, who will it be? Would it be AG Global? Would it be Secret WAG or someone else? Just put in the comment section as we set up this map number 6, this game number 6. This might be, this is just poetic because Purgatory, it's neither heaven or hell for everyone who would pass or fail the test.
Absolutely, man. I am just so nervous for these squads out there. If you look at Secret WAG, their best run has been just dominating Vietnam so far. And even in Vietnam, their dominance was mostly back in 2023, where they managed to dominate the Clash Squad for their Spring League. We also saw them, win out Arena of Survival. That's so long ago. In the recent times, Secret WAG, their best has been a podium finish. Their best has not been lifting a trophy. They need to make a difference for themselves. Now, locally within their leagues, they have definitely been challenged. Southeast Asia-wise, they have been in the circuit for a while, but it hasn't borne fruit just yet. And like you said, when some reach the maturity, yes, they do bear fruit. What tree is this though? Does it even fruit in the first place?
Yeah, and how does a fruit taste? Because it might
That's
be
true. That's
bearing fruit, and it would be sour later on. That would stop them from achieving more in the future. So there's a lot of conditions right now. I know there's a lot of analogy that we're using right here. Hopefully you understand that, but it's just that this is refreshing because we're seeing Secret WAG now topping the board. Most of the time, it's the common teams. We have Parim United, Team Falcons, even AG Global this time around is topping the board, especially from what happened in that point rush or all throughout this tournament. After the motivation from being the global champs in Clash Squad, they suddenly changed their pace. They understood that Do needs a better frontliner, needs better teams, and they managed to pull that off. So all those adjustment is just not preparation for the next tournament, but all the tournaments that they have moving forward. And it's just getting closer to a lot of changes right now.
You know, back in 2024, when we did go to Ho Chi Minh City for the grand finals, this was FFWS Spring 2024, where Falcons became champions. PE Sports managed to climb up. They were the runner-up. This competition, though, PE seems to be a tad bit flat out at the bottom, barely able to do anything. So Vietnam is definitely cheering on the team that is closest to doing it, right? WAG.
Yeah.
Yes, they do have some favoritism between which team from Vietnam they want to win, but at the end of the day, they don't care. As long as a Vietnam squad wins this for like I said, history making, very first time for Vietnam to become Southeast Asia champion. They don't care who does it, as long as Vietnam's champion.
I do agree. And it's a good thing as well that there's a lot of options for them before they head into Point Rush and Grand Finals. They have 4 teams representing them. Now, it's more of how far these matches are going to go. Because given the chances of more matches, those at the bottom, like Gao Esports or GAM X PE, might be able to climb up. And again, it's still a question of who's going to Paris, France, to represent their region and Southeast Asia for EWC. And we've seen Team Flash slowly doing that already. So they just need a little bit more push. They just need a little bit more opportunity. But that will depend on the 2 teams that is close enough to be champions. Will that be given? Will that be taken away from those top 2 teams?
Yeah, man, I think this is a tough one. And Aurora has been getting challenged out there as well. This should have been their game, but they missed that opportunity. And fun fact, Jun is a dual mode player. But before we get a little bit deeper into that statement, EWC 26, this one has moved from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia to Paris, France. Just for this year, we'll see if or not it brings us anywhere else next year. But for the time being, this is what we're looking at. This is the road to the Esports World Cup. 8 teams, excluding EVOS Divine, will get their tickets to fly to Paris, France. July 15th to the 18th, make sure you block out your calendars. If you can't join us there, make sure you tune in online, because if you think Southeast Asia's battle for supremacy is amazing, you have to wait and see what we've got in store for you on the world stage.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, more regions will be introduced right here. More teams will be joining us. And there's an element of surprise right there for some of the few contenders in EWC. We still have to see some of the teams or some of the regions that would join us there. But some of which has already completed their run for their qualifier to EWC. So go check them out as well. Try to compare the game style that they have against Southeast Asia. And then once you've done comparing, that's where you see them clash against each other on EWC themselves, and you will find out why we're so hyped up on teams gathering up in that stage.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I'm looking forward to seeing these teams perform on a stage like that once again. I am just very much interested, Neptune, to see how these teams take it up there, and will Vietnam stand a chance to find their way into the Esports World Cup? The way the leaderboard is looking right now, Man, WH is guaranteed at Paris.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, I don't think they will be even close to being pushed down past 8 or 9 spots. So they are representing the region or Southeast Asia as well for EWC. But like, who will join them? How comfortable will they be? Because again, right now, I think because of the hat trick is contributed a little bit because of the home ground advantage, because of the cheering of the crowd, because of the comfort that they have other countrymen that will be supporting them. Same goes in that lobby. If you have other teams that you're familiar of their gameplay or regions that you're familiar with their gameplay, then you will be confident enough that you can at least beat down or half of that lobby. So that's just one good factor that we have if you have more representative. And Secret WAG might need that boost other than the information and the training that they have in preparation for that.
And last year, Vietnam had to miss out on the Esports World Cup. The year before that, that's when it all started. If you recall, Neptune, prior to 2024, PE Sports, WAG has obviously been in the circuit a long time. They've made a lot of noise in Vietnam. But the team that really inspired Vietnam, the team that really started it all was PE Sports. When they made that qualifier to the Esports World Cup, they went there. They performed decent at the knockout stage. Grand finals, on the other hand, of course, that's a different story. It was very rough. It's as rough as it is for them today here. They didn't really get a lot of points. They didn't perform all that too well. But last year at the Esports World Cup, not a single Vietnamese squad. This time, I think we're going to chuck the Vietnamese teams up against them. Possibly 2 or 3 teams might just be able to make their way there. And speaking of making their way there, we are geared up for this next match. You guys know what it is. It's purgatory time, baby. Game number 6. Do we bring it to an end here, or do we extend it into another randomizer? Game number 7. We'll find out in a bit. 2 teams have already activated the champion rush condition. It is Secret WAG and AG Global.
Well, let's see, on one of the teams is going to bring it on this match. Good chance this might be less. This might extend later on, and it might go further than we expected. But that would depend on the flight path right now, as well as where the teams are dropping. And with this, a lot of teams would be forced in early engagement. This is what I live for. Purgatory with a skewed flight path.
Man, a bunch of teams are about to get their butts kicked out there. This is insane. I have never seen a flight path like this in any one of our esports matches. This is... look, bro, lumber mill. I do not know what to say. Campsite? That's not a campsite. That is a savage war zone. Ma'al down on the ground already. Falcon super close to the RRQ players. Rande is going to get caught out. Uzi in his hand. The players on the side of Falcons overwhelming him. 2 points early for Falcons. That's exactly what we are going to be ending up on, as Ranze gets taken down by Pina as well. The rest of the RRQ players trying to get out of there as quickly as possible. But I think Dudes might not stand a very big chance, because even if he gets away from Falcons, Gao might be him.
Oh, let's see though. Jonah just sitting down and couldn't even react into the corner as he got backed out by AG Global. And seen Barros has been taken down, but as easy as that, he can be picked up. Using that force to move as fast as possible. And a lot of teams are scrambling to get their intended drop spot. Well, not from the flight, but on their feet. But I guess it's a good thing to exercise. You would know this, AJ.
Absolutely, man. What kind of a disappointment is this? How good are these squads? We just saw massive hot drops and such few bodies hit the floor. This is not cool. This is not fun. Come on. The flight path did so much for
chaos.
Us. Where's my chaos, man?
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite surprised that this is the result for the first few minutes, the first 2 minutes of this game. Because remember Kalahari, like it's fair for everyone.
Yeah.
But that's when we see back-to-back engagement, back-to-back elimination, but teams are still managing to survive. So I'm really looking forward to that to start off. But a little bit of insight right here. So 18 Deer has been subbed out, and we have Ranze. So we've seen Ranze in there dance around the opponents, and similar to 18 Deer, the clutch kid, he can clutch up things in the battleground. So it's good timing for them to really bring him in.
Nolan gets subbed out for DMH, PE Sports. Looking to make a little bit of a change there.
Oh?
with their play style on the roster. Cypher out of the equation. Bigatron by Vitality, putting on a lot of pressure. Koja driving straight up. Dew trying to stop him dead in his tracks. Car 98 finding the first connection on the shot. Second one will miss. Koja very smartly jumps out of the truck, sits down behind it instead of inside. Do not give Dew the advantage, but Dew is that sharpshooter you fear. Fantastic shot. This could be the next challenging here up against Dew. Car 98. Dew finding that connection. Barros brings Cypher back in. Koja taken out of the equation successfully here. Joel's now potentially the next victim. Bigatron by Vitality. They've got the angles against AG, but the one on the side of AG is Dew, and he'll rip you apart.
Well, there you have it. Let's see.
One
AG
more.
Global, their revive player has managed to jump in just next to Dix. And here comes Nameless on the other side. Joel has been tagged up with a BSK coming from Dew. The sniper, I would say the deadliest sniper out of this lobby right now. But will BTR survive? Still have one more player on the other side. But Dew is quick enough to go in for the flank, go for reposition, and not giving any chance. And this might be it for Dix. But no! He got shut down by C-Bank from afar, and now Nameless needs to be picked up.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. The distraction coming on through perfectly here. And now Cypher. Okay, all right, got that one straight. C-Bank now is dead meat. As Cypher goes in for the shutdown. Vending machine play. C-Bank right in front. Knocks into him. Oh, good the shot. Max 7 wins out against the M590. And AG Global depending on Barros for the revivals instead.
That's a good thing. He did manage to get enough coins for one revive, and Nameless will be back. Now, this team are struggling. Now, we are going to see Gam XPE dealing with Twisted Mind, but it's only Nero that we're talking about, and even one blue wall and M590 doesn't make that cut. Lao Ho needs to go far, far away to go for the vending machine and can revive only one of the players, but he needs to hustle. He needs to make it quick because that's first zone will be closing in a bit.
Yeah, giddy up, boy. Bring in those revives. Man's broken a moment. Yep, yeehaw indeed. He needs some coin machines first. Just like a bandit for eliminations. AG needs to be careful because they've activated Champion Rush already. But getting so aggressive early game is not going to give them any big advantages out there. Granted that flight path was savage and it forced so many of these engagements, and AG Global did the best with it. Bigatron smartly traded out a couple of players thanks to C-Bank, but that did not stop the run of AG just yet. All thanks to Barros.
We have a vending machine being aimed at by Aim God. Now, Nameless right now, even as dealing with Aim God, he still managed to squeeze in one revive. So how quick can you be on a vending machine? It's a good thing that AG Global is a full squad right now.
Yeah.
But comparing their tactics against Secret WAG, Secret WAG is just getting away from an engagement. That's one thing that we were calling out for the teams who have activated the Champion Rush condition. Try stray away from all the engagement. Don't risk all those chances that you can get eliminated and you might be the next champion. But AG Global's thinking otherwise. The plan would be to reduce the number and make sure that they don't have to deal with a lot of teams later on because they're confident with their skills. But right now, I think AG is rethinking that strategy.
Oh, Dinoculus scanning out the full squad here. Twisted Minds now knows that it's just a 4-man strong in that house. Pelting in with a couple of grenades can solve their problems. Yeah, just 4 players, man. My big question is, why am I not looking at WAG? I've looked at so much of AG Global so far. I want to know what Vietnam is doing. Thank you very much, production. Secret WAG, there's a good reason why we're not looking at them. Outside the circle, looting up the world, preparing for the final battle. But it's going to be about this circle now. And you can see a high concentration of squads already made their way towards this next zone. But as far as AG Global and EVOS is concerned, a big fight might just be on the horizon.
Let's see, though, if they will be able to meet up. AG Global, EVOS Divine. The movement is not really so much of a cover, and they're out and open. Coach Shield might be even fire them already. There you have it. A couple of blue walls being laid out, plus a cryo mine, and Coach Shield says, I'm out of here. And again, AG Global risking a lot already for only a few numbers that they don't need because they already activated the Champion Rush condition. And all I have to do is chill like a villain and then wait for that booyah. But this this is just us seeing that even Evo Zivine can fight back against AG Global. The only question is, can they finish it off?
Oh, Barros for the backup here, needs to turn around, and beautiful shutdown.
Coachil?
Barros was there in the right time, right place. Coachil now aggressed on forward a little bit too early. Rasia is that backup. Can Rasia pull a shot from afar? Answer is no. Coachil is not safe. And Rasia will have to stay hiding so that EVOS can recover this unfortunate incident. PE Esports going to find a stray out here as well. AG Global's like, thank you for the free point, LBT.
Let's see LVT right now, tagged up and do on a CQC, mini Uzi in hand. Again, we've seen snipers go on a close range battle and go for elimination, even a Mac 10, and I'm really loving this kind of tactics from a lot of teams where we don't see their snipers involve themselves in that close quarter battle.
Yeah, man. At the moment, 3 teams are not looking like they will make the qualifier to the Esports World Cup based on where they stand on the leaderboard. Bigatron by Vitality, Gao Esports, and GAM XP Esports. 2 Vietnamese teams could make the play. Team Flash as well as Secret WAG. That would be legendary on the Esports World Cup stage. I think the whole of Vietnam will go crazy when Secret WAG gets there. And based on where they are on the leaderboard, that EWC ticket is guaranteed for Secret WAG, isn't it?
Yeah, I do agree with that. But I'm since you mentioned Bigatron by Vitality, I'm just like saddened on how it's turning up. I know they can reach a few points to be able to overtake some of the teams right there, but judging from the names above them, like our Yukazu and Team Falcons, they're also quickly getting into that EWC playing field. So, and remember from last year's EWC, Bigatron by Vitality was almost there to be the champion, but they were just denied. So hopefully they will be given a chance right here.
Oh, nice play here by Buriram to just smash into the compound of Flash. But Flash instantly erecting a couple of glue walls, backing away, use the mini launcher to reposition, but Twisted Minds will find the repositioning Flash. Unfortunate for the Vietnamese squad, scared away by Buriram and eaten up by Twisted Minds.
Oh, now Aurora Gaming will be the target of AG Global. Again, hopefully they don't get denied right now. Get a chance to activate the champion win condition. But judging from where they are in leaderboard, they only need a few more to EWC Cup. But the E-Axel couldn't even survive, especially if the dude is involved and is wearing that AWM. So this is trouble right now for Aurora Gaming, but it's a good thing that AG Global backs away because I think they've heard some of the shots coming from Team Falcons.
Yeah, I think that was a lovely play for AG Global, understanding that they were just overstaying their welcome. They couldn't finish the fight within 20 seconds and they said, you know what, we better bail and look for the zone through another access because this part of the compound is just a little too heated with players. Secret WAG up against EVOS Divine here. Rasia is going to get caught out. PLS1 looking for the AWM annihilation. As Team Flash gets taken out. It's all thanks to Buriram for scaring them away from a great defensive spot they had.
Yeah, Buriram United is in there close, or Team Flash rather is close behind Buriram United, and that would ensure that Buriram United will be able to pull away from their position against Team Flash. The only question though is, can anyone push Team Flash away from that top 8 and get a spot for EWC? Going back to WAG again, there's not so much of aggression compared to what we've seen in the earlier games. They're aiming for the 4th Booyah. Back to back, and then securing the championship. But easier said than done. 11-minute mark, 11.5-minute mark, and we still have 11 teams.
Yeah, you say easier said than done, and these guys have done it in the grand finals. 3 Booyahs in a row. And Secret WAG is a different beast today, man, and they are on a run for supremacy. First time ever Vietnam's going to become the champion of Southeast Asia if they pull this off. Or will AG Global spoil their party? Go from being the Clash Squad Global Finals champions to Southeast Asian champions. That'll be fun.
Oh yeah, I do agree. I mean, it's been a long time since. Well, we're refreshed to see AG Global grab a title for themselves, but this time they're dealing with a champion, an aggressive one coming from Thailand. Now, Saifa and Nameless on a split. Barros and Du on the other hand, they're going for the box, but Bina tries to pull away. Racha goes down first. Barros has been returned fire, and even Nameless, but a little bit of attention from afar. This might be it for AG Global, but no, AG Global managed to survive, and Team Falcons are out.
Falcons out and deal with the CQC of the AWM to help the squad out in a pinch. If Dew, the sniper, had dropped the ball then, AG's potential of winning this would have ended right there and then itself. He was divine out in 10th. Unfortunate for Indonesia. Aurora gearing up to activate champion rush condition this time round. 20 more points they need out there, as they've already managed to pick one elimination for themselves before getting into the next circle. PE Sports looks like they will be defied an Axel Car 98. No fight, Mustachio, he says.
No fight indeed. A couple of players or one player left outside the zone for PE, and DMH was dealt with by Wasana, and that is end for GAM XP. Wasana was just outside the zone as well. Aurora Gaming feeling wrath from afar from AG Global. This is not a team that you want to go against, especially if you're trying to chase down those champion rush conditions. Riptide Rhythm coming from Du, from vehicle backstab coming from Nameless in the squad. The only question is, will they push through or will they pull away?
Aurora has matured, man. Blue UAV, time turner, all played perfectly. The timing is all there is to it in a battle like that, and Aurora surviving just because. Cypher still finds Suez. AG Global now taking on the players from Malaysia. Deanne, split blitz will find one. Deanne taken down. Demon, a sliver of health. On the pickup, Demon could not do much. Ma'al traded out. Hans almost going down. Final player death on the side of Gao. Could not survive the onslaught. RRQ takes them out. And AG Global on the other hand. Cypher the only survivor left here. He is so close to the vending machine though.
Yeah, let's see though if he can go for that revive. Aurora Gaming eliminated.
What?
I don't think they've made enough already to achieve the champion rush condition. Cypher did manage to get in the next phase of the circle. Hideawa around a big rock and didn't even plan for that revive. Now, what Cypher needs to do is stay hidden, but how can you do it? A lot of teams are still surrounding you. We're talking about 5 teams around you, and who's aggressive enough to be able to push against him? That's Secret WAG, because they need to get this booyah. But here comes Twisted Mind, who might be able to spot out Cypher and end their run, and there you have it. AG Global denied of the champions.
Yeah, out of the equation here, AG Global. Twisted Minds on the other hand will meet Jonah and his weapon of death. It's the M79 popping off, and now Get High XL backing away. Another grenade! And Koja seals that away, and Jonah with the triple. Twisted Minds annihilated in that sequence.
PTR right now, challenging United. It's a good distraction right now for the rest of the squad. Even RRQ doesn't want to mess with VRU for the moment. They're receiving a lot of damage. It's a good thing that they put in a flurry of blue walls to pull away from VRU. Now, the goal would be to find the next target, reduce the number, and then take that booyah. If it's WAG, it might end just here.
Absolutely, man. Buriram United Esports on fire right now with the eliminations. RRQ cleaning up house, taking down player after player on the side of Bigatron by Vitality. But look at this, WAG, Secret WAG looking to end the competition right here, right now, making Vietnam the champions of Southeast Asia for the very first time. Can they do it? And the first prerequisite will get to Buriram engaging with RRQ and then them interfering. If Buriram takes a fight straight up to Secret WAG, this is going to be troublesome. Blue wall melters laid out first. Secret WAG moving up, one up, God backstab, Decoy, they dismantle them. Secret WAG about to become champions of Southeast Asia. One more player on the battlefield. There's just no avoiding it. Bye RRQ. One up A. Tikui looking around. WAG, PLS1, you can't mess this up. Abe turns around the 180 and Tikui says it will not happen. 4 booyahs in a row. And Secret WAG makes Vietnam kings of Southeast Asia for the very first time.
Southeast Asia, welcome. Bow down to the new kings, Secret WAG. Not only do they reach that champion rush condition first, they have broken the record of a championship booyah run. And you just mentioned 4 in a row for that booyah, and has ended it quite quick.
I mean, Secret WAG in the first phase of our competition, they were getting cooked by all of the players out there. In phase 3, Neptune, Secret WAG did not get a single booyah. 18 games they played. They could get eliminations, but not a single booyah to find the final week qualifier. We were on the final week. Team Flash did phenomenally. Team Flash topped the top 6 that managed to make it here. But Secret WAG towards the bottom. They definitely deserve this. They definitely deserve the celebration. Vietnam can stand up proud and finally say they are champions of Southeast Asia. Thanks to Secret WAG.
Secret WAG. This only proves that a home ground buff is evident. It is where the energy can be gathered. And we've heard, we felt the fire from Vietnam. Let's bring it to the stage right now for an interview of our champions.
Và chúng ta gọi tên thật lớn, đó chính là nhà vô địch mới của chúng ta. Thưa quý vị và các bạn,
Congratulations to Secret WAG!
Xin được chúc mừng nhà vô địch mới của chúng ta, Secret WAG. Một niềm tự hào và tiền đẩy đã cho chúng tôi đứng ở phía trong, không thể kìm được những cảm xúc của mình. Và xin được cảm ơn tất cả quý vị và các bạn đã có mặt trong buổi trưa ngày hôm nay. Một tràng tay lớn nữa dành cho đại diện đến từ Việt Nam.
Finally, we have become the champions of the FreeFire World Series C 2026 Spring. It's Secret WAG.
Quý vị và các bạn thân mến, một ngày thi đấu cực kỳ căng thẳng và kịch tính và chiếc cúp vô địch giành giải nhất của FreeFire World Series thì 2026.
When have we ever seen a legendary run like this from any team ever in Clash Squad, in Champion Rush? Look at me, man. You're making me even forget words because I am stunned. Right? This has never happened on a Champion Rush Grand Finals before. Not the way Secret WAG has gotten done.
I do agree. I mean, this is a phenomenal run coming from Secret WAG. They've come from far away on trying to get here, trying to get to Grand Finals. But now, not only did they make it to Grand Finals, they showed us that it is possible that they can get 4 booyahs in a row plus a championship with them.
Absolutely, man. And you know, I'm just so excited watching them in action because of the way they navigated themselves out there. You know they desperately wanted it, and I am in disbelief because everything that Secret WAG wanted to achieve out there on the battlefield, they managed to do it. The rotations were perfect, some heated moments when they, and this game where they tried to stay away outside the zone, looting up because they knew they needed to recover. That was one of the most genius moves this squad has pulled. In the past, we would have just seen Secret WAG running at their opponents before recovering, but not anymore, man. Vietnam on a different level right now.
There you have it. $100,000 US to boot. And I do agree with you. We've talked so many times on the winning condition, especially in Champion Rush. And it's only Secret WAG who managed to, I would say, pull it off, not really engaging. And that is what we need. That is
We have
what
been waiting for this moment for too long, everyone. It is our time right
all
now.
the boxes on the list right now to be able to get here.
And everybody and their favorite team have lost today except Secret WAG. And there you go, baby, the invitation. They get their totem. They are going to Paris, France. They are going to the Esports World Cup. WAG, for the first time ever in EWC, can they go back-to-back champions here in Southeast Asia, followed by that EWC title, just like what Falcons did?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good chance for them to do so, especially with what they've done right now. They know how to switch it up. They know how to adjust based on the situation. But right now,
Alice.
It's just not them. There's a lot of teams that will be joining them, and this is just for them to prove that they can be champions Southeast Asia. There's just another stage and more stages to come. It's a good thing that Secret